ang system ko. Ang system ko. Kung ang trades mo'y palaging talo, mag-ZFT ka na. Kung ang losses mo ay tumodo, mag-ZFT ka na. Ang system ko. Ang system ko. Kung ikaw ay palaging FOMO, mag-ZFT ka na. Kung ang port mo'y di nagbabago, mag-ZFT ka na. Ang system ko.
Hello. Wow. Wait lang. Live na. Hello guys. And welcome to the to our ZFT Game Night, no? So just a short introduction lang. With me right now is of course none other than Boss Z. And also si Boss Van, one of our trading leaders in Trading Republic. So Boss, ano bang mangyayari sa atin ngayon? Is this like meron ba tayong mga pahapyawan dito na magaganap later? Or
Hindi naman. Looks like it's going to be NFT night for us. Kasi parang most requested na we talk about NFTs.
Right.
So,
it's
ayun.
one of the hot stuff recently, right? NFTs. More specifically Axie Infinity, but not just Axie, but basically there's like a whole plethora of other games out there.
Yes.
But okay, for the sake of our discussion tonight, why don't we start first with yung discussion on yung Axie Infinity? But before that, balita ko kasi boss, meron tayong giveaway today. No?
Right.
Meron tayong giveaway today. So, for all of you guys now watching here, so we're going to give away 2 Cake DeFi tokens worth 1K each, as in ito sa general community. And this is on top of 5 winners of the same amount for the quote-unquote ZFT community. Alright, so ayan, all you need to do is to fill up the form. At ayan, yung nakalabas dyan for the TR raffle. And you have the chance to win those DeFi tokens. Okay? So sige boss, simulan natin with this Axie Infinity, no? My first question sa'yo is, kailan ka pumasok sa game na to? Out of curiosity.
Ako ba?
Yeah, ikaw boss.
Okay, sige.
Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
ako kasi well, we invested into Axie Infinity naman, but
right.
I just tried it. Like, hindi ako umabot ng 24 hours and then binigay ko na yung account. Kasi
masyado busy? Hindi ka.
Like to me, I was already looking at it and sabi ko, this is not something that I can grind. Like, if gagawin ko to, maubos yung oras ko and I can't manage ZFT, I can't manage TR, I can't manage all the projects that I'm handling. So I'm like, Pero I just wanted to play it just for the experience. So hindi naman sasabihin na parang wala akong alam dyan, di ba? Parang mahirap eh. Parang you're investing into something that you don't know. So at least alam mo kung ano yung ginagawa, di ba?
Ano pupunta yung pera mo, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead,
kasi I was also trading it eh. So parang sa akin, heavy talaga ako sa trader in Axie tsaka SLP. But ayun, parang the gaming side of it, I let the scholars do it instead. Hindi ko kaya.
I saw your post about AXS. Alam ko saan ka kumuha. Alam ko na saan yun.
Yeah.
Tama nun. But sige, thank you for that, Bossy. How about you, Boss Van? Kailan tayo pumasok dito sa Axie Infinity craze na to?
Actually, nakita ko pa dati, parang pinospone ko siya eh. Nung una ko nakita to, parang yung Axie siguro is around 5,000 pesos lang each. Tapos sabi ko parang, yun yung una kong exposure.
Right,
Pero
right.
hindi ako nag-start right away kasi parang sabi ko, parang pangit, parang laro ng bata, ganyan. So, hindi ko siya sineseryoso. And then, so yun, pinospone ko lang, tapos focus lang ako sa trading na lang, ganyan.
Right.
Tapos then, nung naging crazy na yung mga tao, parang nag-rejoin ako or parang ni-start ko talaga siya around second week or third week ng July. Parang so medyo recent lang din.
Second, third week of July. I
Parang
see. Okay. Well, just to give you guys a bit of an idea, no. I started playing this game probably way back in May. So sinarte lang ako na yung best friend ko kasi is one of the parang hindi naman siya early adopter talaga, like someone we know inside the tribe. But he's like sa grupo namin siya yung parang unang pumasok dito. And that time I was like getting into Cake DeFi. I was like nag-uusap kami. He was like getting into Axie and he was telling me, "Oy, okay to, play to earn." I was like, "What the hell is play to earn? Anong kalokohan yun? No such thing as play to earn. How about you do this instead? Mag-stake ka nga lang sa Cake DeFi, baka bumalik yung return." So kami, nag-usap na lang kami na parang, sige, whichever nga lang yung mas umangat, susunod na lang yung isa. Eh, nauna umangat sa kanya. So sumunod ako sa kanya. And to give everyone a bit of an idea, I also handle AS group, yung nga, our group, our Axie group. So I started out as a player, just like you guys. Si Bossy, nag-start yung player, pero automatic manager naman yan. But just like you, Boss Van, I started as a player then. Nag-farm lang ako. And before, SLP was just around 4 or 5 pesos each. Tapos, ang nakukuha mo lang is like 15, 14K. But 15, 14K playing just 2 hours every day. Ang laking bagay. It's like an extra grocery or whatever. So, okay ako doon. Then, eventually, buti nga lang nasakyan ko siya na maaga. So, nung pumutok na siya, we're like deep into it. We're already breathing and everything and whatnot. So, ayun, ganun lang yung exposure namin sa kanya. But, sayang hindi tayo nakapasok na sinasabi ni Boss Van. Yung 5,000 pa lang yung isang Axie. Because, chances are, during that time, yung lands ng Axie, baka wala pang 1 Ethereum. Sayang.
Dati ata parang nakikita ko pa siya may nagbebenta sa dashboard pero ngayon wala na.
Oh.
So, yun yung time na parang first exposure ko pero wala, sayang, hindi ko pinasok agad.
Okay. Sige. So, why don't I ask the question na I'm sure a lot of our viewers are quite interested at, no? Kasi, by the end of the day, a game is a game. But a game that lets you earn, that's a game changer. Ako nga, di ba? Nagulat din ako. That's it. Let's be real. That's a game changer. So, I want to ask, first, sa perspective ni Boss Z, before we go on dito sa perspective ni Boss Van. Boss Z, if you don't mind sharing, how are you earning from Axie Infinity? If you can give us a bit of an idea about the business side of it. I mean, for sure, I can relate to you, of course. But for our viewers, would you mind expounding on that part?
How do I earn in Axie Infinity?
Yeah.
Well, there's there's a few ways. Like, for example, if you, syempre, may grinding part, diba? Like, whenever you beat your enemy or you grind out with the, di ba kasi may PvP yun? PvP at saka yung PvE na. Oo. So, 2 ways. You play either one and then you get the in-game token which is called SLP. And then, syempre, after, di ba, locked siya. And then after a few days, you can unlock it and then you can either sell it in the marketplace. Ganun. So, depende din kasi siya. Like, there is such a thing called tokenomics or yung mga parang use case ng token. So these are the things that you need to to understand as well. Para alam mo kung ano yung mga games na papasukin mo. So I'm sorry, I'm just talking into a
please.
whole
Go
other
ahead.
perspective. But knowing kasi kung ano yung binibigay na token ng game at saka parang kung paano yung kanyang burn mechanism as well para maging scarce yun, di ba? Kasi
very
mahirap naman
important yung burn mechanism.
Very important, oo. Kasi syempre kung walang burn mechanism, it's and then you can just print, tokens.
Unlimited amounts of the token.
Oo. Then
right.
parang inflation, 'di ba parang ano lang din, law of supply and demand. So, ganung klaseng level of things yung kailangan mong i-consider whenever getting into a game like for example Axie Infinity. So, so ways to earn, it's either you buy the token, it's really being the trader part of it. Right. Buy the tokens, yung AXS saka SLP, or syempre kasi there's also the breeding part. I think I'm gonna leave that up to you kasi mas magaling ka dun.
Sige. Let's talk about that a bit later. Sige.
Pero ayun lang, like you play the game. Basically, how you earn is you play the game, you grind, like you earn the in-game tokens while you play. Especially when you win, kasi pagkatalo ka wala naman eh, di ba? So,
that's right.
When you get those tokens, then you send it. I mean, you sell it in the market. So kung sino yung may gustong bumili dun sa mga tokens na yun, either via P2P or peer-to-peer, or if you wanna just send it to an exchange like Binance and then sell it from there.
That's right. Okay, so thank you for that wonderful insight, no, Boss C. How about you, Boss Van? I want to understand, gaano pa tayo ka-whale dito sa Axie Infinity na to?
Kasi, yan. Yung sa akin naman, siguro, ways to earn. Ako currently, ako naglalaro talaga, heavily. So, everyday, nag-grind din ako. And, actually, sobrang hooked ako sa Axie kasi, siguro, yung perspective ko sa kanya kasi is, parang first of its kind na, play to earn opportunity. That's and, para siyang, decentralized, yung game niya, yung game mismo. Kasi unlike the usual games like Dota, PUBG, CSGO, wherein yung kumikita heavily is yung mga creators talaga eh. Diba? When you buy in-game items, yung profits nun siguro 90% talaga sa kanila. And then siguro yung ibang kumikita is like mga esports players, like mga pros, like siguro sobrang 1% lang siguro yun ng total population ng naglalaro.
That's right.
Pero itong Axie, I mean, even on my own or on your own, kaya mong kumita. Diba? So yung isa ko parang siguro na tinry gawin or pagkakitaan sa Axie is parang flipping. Or yung tinatawag parang nagsisnipe ka sa marketplace. So yung method ko manual siya, so hindi ako gumagamit ng bot, hindi rin ako marunong. So pero medyo mahirap siya kasi time consuming siya. So sa dashboard ko siya ginagawa. Maghahanap ako doon ng super cheap Axie na dibenta. Then, ang gagawin ko is, paunahan yun, pindot, buy, confirm. Then, i-resell ko ng a bit higher. Parang nagtitrade pa rin. So, parang buy low, sell high pa rin. Pero, mismo Axie yung ginagawa ko.
That's not bad at all, ah? That's not bad at all.
Yeah, sobrang bilis din kasi niya. Parang momentum trade din yun. Kasi, saglit siya eh. Pagkabili mo, mabibenta rin siya agad. So, quick bucks talaga yung mangyayari. So, sobrang easy man niya. So, ginawa ko yun dati pero nung sobrang consuming kasi niya sa time. Kasi, before you do that, kailangan marunong ka tumingin ng Axie parts. Kasi hindi labas agad yung genes niya from there. So, by basing it sa speed and yung Axie parts, dapat kabisado mo siya by itsura. Tapos, ayun, flip mo. So, yun lang. Sa breeding, ayun pala, Coach. Gusto ko din ako, pero parang sa akin, gusto ko rin malaman yung insight mo about breeding. Kasi meron akong pending na gustong i-breed, pero para sa akin, na parang nagda-doubt ako kasi ang sa akin, may target Axie ako na gusto kong lumabas. Pero yung chances niya, tinignan ko naman sa simulator, medyo okay. Pero parang kapag hindi kasi parang alien yung lumabas, di ba sobrang
pag sobra sabog. Lugi ka doon.
And then knowing pa that this current time sobrang allergic na yung mga tao sa mga chop suey. Sobrang nagtatapon lahat sila ng mga chop suey kasi dahil nga dun sa changes with the arena.
That's right.
So, ano ba yung ano mo yun? Yeah, sa breeding naman perspective.
Sige, don't worry. Itatakan natin ang breeding. Although, Bossy, I'm going to I'm going to be perfectly like transparent about this kasi a lot of people think na ang mga breeders na to, laki ng kinikita and everything. But in reality, tatapatin ko kayo. So, ASG, dun sa boom, we had around 11 farms, breeding farms. 11. Just to give you a bit of an idea, ano ba ang isang farm? Isang farm would have like 2 parents. So, 2 parents yon. So, ang mangyari na magkakaroon ng 2 non-virgins and 4 na itlog. We breed 4 types. Always. Okay? During the boom, nung mga around July to around early August, it was really good. Honest to goodness, it was really good. But, nag-start ang problem when SLP prices and AXS prices rose to levels na talagang it started to hurt the breeders. Like unreasonable levels to the point na mapapaisip ka as a breeder na is this worth the mutation? Like what you said, Boss Van, yung mga chop suey, yung mga tao allergic sila. Although do not mistaken that dun sa mga high level chops. Kasi sa high level MMRs, 2,000 up, people are using chops. Everywhere you go, it's all chops. But these are the top tier chops na tinatawag. Hindi to basta-basta. Like one chop would cost around 0.8 Ethereum. Okay? So for those of you na hindi maalam sa conversion, it's more or less around 120,000 pesos. Parang if we are to convert it. Yeah. So, breeding before, really good. Breeding now, number 1, the marketplace is saturated with axes. So, unless yung binibreed mo is of value, like what? Terminators or yung mga high-level chops. But high-level chops, hindi sila for beginners. High-level chops would also mean a specialized clientele. Okay?
Yes,
Hindi siya for everyone. And not everyone is willing to shell out 100,000 pesos for a chop. Okay? So usually, itong specialized breeding ito, like yung gusto mo mangyari, Boss Van, I wouldn't recommend it because you would be dealing with a lot of mutations and the chances of you arriving at that, yung gusto mong mangyari na perfect mutation is so difficult to occur. I'd rather buy it from the marketplace. Yung ginagawa mo, buy it from the marketplace, flip it. That's the best way to do it right now, honestly. Yung 11 farms namin, we've reduced it to just 3. What do I mean by farm reduction? As in, shinut down namin, hindi namin ginagalaw. 3 nga lang yung nagpa-function sa amin na farms. The first one being a reptile farm. Actually, the second one is still a reptile farm, but also we're breeding mech beast. Usually kasi, I'm not sure if Boss G is also familiar, no? But yung mga line-up kasi, like in this scholarship, Boss, BBP, bird, beast, and plant. The problem with bird, beast, and plant is the beast, usually sa high tier na MMRs, yung beast nila, yung eyes and yung ears may mutation na aqua or bird. So it becomes instead of a 41 speed, it becomes a 43 speed. Okay? It becomes a 43 speed. Ang mangyari dyan, mauuna siya. Sa mirror match, mauuna siya. So pwedeng mamatay yung beast mo. Bago pa siya makatira, patay na siya. But with mech beasts, pure na kahit lahat yung beast parts, it's 45 speed. So kahit na high level beast pa yan na mutation na may mutated eyes and ears, mauuna pa rin yung mech mo. Ang downside lang ng mech is mas mababa yung morale, so mas mababa yung chances of critting. But crit sa PvP is already low. So, alam mo yun, it's like wala naman nawala sa'yo. And with this skill, I think it's Ronin, na assured yung crit mo for every 3 cards. No. Ang mangyayari doon is, hindi ka na matatakot kahit mababa yung morale. Kasi mauunahan mo siya at mag-crit ka and the damage is negligible. The damage difference is negligible. So ito yung mga sinasabi ko na a different level of breeding, not the usual, the BBPs, AAPs, and whatnot. And people are starting to adapt to that. Kasi people are tired. I mean, it's all in the marketplace. BBP, hanap ka sa marketplace, ang dami dyan. Pababaan pa sila ng presyo. Even AAPs, pababaan sila ng presyo. But itong mga to, mech, what? May ganun pala? Termi reptile will always be expensive kasi isa yan sa mga meta ngayon. Okay, but high level, gravel ants, nako, iyak naman sila. So, it's kinda, breeding is more of like a gamble right now. I mean, this is not financial advice and please do not listen to me about financial advice. I'd rather I'd rather put my money sa baccarat right now than to breed. At least sa baccarat, I have a 49% chance of winning. But sa breeding right now, it's all a risk. Kaya we've reduced it to just 3 farms from 11. Ganon. If you want to enter Axie, the money right now is in scholarship. Yun ang masasabi ko sa inyo. Bakit scholarship? Because chances are, yung makukuha mo is makukuha lang rin ng scholar mo. And yung price na yun is dependent on the current price na nasa Binance. Yun ang basehan eh. So, hindi ka malulugi. Ang tanong nga lang dito is either tatagal ba or bibilis yung ROI mo. So, if you're, suggestion ko lang, again, this is not financial advice, but personal opinion and suggestion ko lang to. If you're still planning on entering Axie Infinity, by all means, the economy is really good. What they did with the AXS and with itong dun sa SLP reduction na yun, I'm all in for that. Even if marami kaming scholars, even if tinamaan yung scholars from a drop from 150 SLP to 75, to me, that's a good move from their end. Bakit? Kasi yung economy ng game itself, you prolonged it. Pinahalagahan mo yun. And para sa akin, importante yun. I mean, we can all earn a lot right now, but if mamamatay siya after 3 months, what's the point? I'd rather have a game na masusustain siya for a long periods of time. Alam mo yun? Rather than yung a short earning span lang and mawawala na siya. So I'm all in for that. But as it goes right now, talaga SLP is SLP right now may surplus. Nakikita nyo naman yung minting versus burning. I'm sure si Boss C is very much he mentioned the tokenomics. So I'm sure he checks that from time to time and he knows na mataas pa rin talaga yung surplus. But yeah, money right now, if you're entering Axie Infinity, nasa scholars. 100% nasa scholars yan. Kasi even if maging piso nga lang ang SLP, may kikitain ka pa rin. Alam mo yun? To me, that's still me.
Yun sa akin din, Coach. One time, umabot ako ng 10 Axies. So, umabot ng 40 energy.
40 energy.
So, sobrang nakaka-drain siya. Nilaro ko yun buong 40 energy. Sobrang nakaka-drain and nakakapagod. Tapos, sabi ko, bakit hindi na lang gawin ko? So, kung 10 Axies yun, mag-separate pa ako ng dalawang separate teams. So, di ba? Kasi that will make it 60 energies in total.
Technically speaking, yes.
And if we can average around 200 plus SLP per day, yung tatlong account na yun, mas malaki pa rin siya compared sa 40. Na
600 na ang makukuha mo more or less na sa 300 to 400. Tama ba ako?
Yep. Kesa yung parang sobrang stress ka dito sa isang account lang. Tapos, ang mahirap pa kasi dito, dun sa 40 energy, syempre, lalo na kung higher ranks ka.
That's right.
Ang hirap kasi, so minsan 50-50 lang yung nagiging win rate mo. So, parang lugi ka pa rin eh. Hindi naman sa lugi. Kumbaga pwede na, pero mas okay pa rin if scholar mo na lang siya.
I-diversify mo siya.
Oo, yun. Yun yung tama, correct term.
That one I agree. That one I agree sa'yo, boss. Disclose ko lang rin sa'yo, Boss Z. Some of our scholars, they have 60 energy accounts. And they're begging me to drop them down to 40. Kasi mas productive daw sila sa 40. 60 energy would mean like they're playing almost half a day. Okay?
Parang makaka-tilt yun eh. Kapag may yung mental na-affect din.
I know. I'm just playing for fun, boss. Boss Van, Boss Z, I'm just playing for fun. I have like this team, mamaya papakita ko sa inyo, like super pampabanas na team lang. Pero anong nangyari, ako yung nababanas. And it's a 20 energy, it's just 20 energy. I'm not even doing the dailies. I'm just doing the arena just for the sake of, just playing and enjoying and, having these combos na magugulat sila. What is this? Satisfying yung feeling na yun eh. Kapag na-pull off mo. But ang nangyayari is, for the past, actually it started yesterday, nagtitilt ako. As in lahat ng game ko talo. Kasi it's not just about the cards. It's not just about your axes. It's also about luck. The draw, the drawing phase, yung madraw mo, and yung madraw ng kalaban mo. And for some weird reason, minsan talaga, may mapapaisip ka, ba't parang hindi ako anak ng Diyos? Ano ba yun?
Parang hindi ka anak ng Axie Gods.
Oo. Bakit ganun?
Natutuwa ako sa Axie kasi para siyang similar din sa trading. Like, merong uncontrolled and controlled variables. So, meron siyang uncontrolled, which is yung draw, yung probability ng draw ng cards mo, and yung EP play ng kalaban mo. And then meron ka namang control, which is yun counting energies, counting cards, and ayun, kung timing, kung kailan mo gagamitin yung card. So, para siyang, ang saya lang din kasi thrilling siya, exciting siya laruin. Kumbaga hindi siya. Kasi dati yun yung paniniwala ko, sabi ko parang ang boring nito, parang laruan ng bata.
Pambata laro.
Mas na-addict ako kasi parang nag-enjoy ka na pero meron ka pang extra money, meron extra income pa. So yun.
Sige. So, ganito guys. I feel like naman for the business side of Axie, it's quite straightforward. Like yung nasabi nga ni Boss D and ni Boss Van, and yung na-explain ko, it's either number one, you're going to play the game basically, no? Just being ikaw lang maglalaro, wala kang scholarship, wala kang breeding, it's just you playing, enjoying the game. You can earn. Yes. Number two is yun na-mention ni Boss Van is yung dun sa marketplace flipping, or yung nasabi nga ni Boss D, pero then the trading aspect of it, it's basically the same. You buy and you sell. It doesn't matter if you're buying the token or you're buying the Axie and you're selling it for a higher price or vice versa. I mean, it's basically buy and sell. So that's another way to earn. The third one is of course scholarship. Alam naman natin, lalabas ka ng capital to fund teams, and in return, yung mga scholar mo, public din sa'yo, yung kung ano man yung may ipon nila. But of course, that's subject to the price of SLP, kung ilan man siya during that time. And number 4 is breeding. Although, in all honesty, I honestly advise against breeding right now. Wag na kayong dumagdag pa sa marketplace. Ang dami na masyado.
Coach Tim, kung unless yung breeder mo is talagang printer, yung 100%.
Actually, no. Okay.
Pero may risk pa rin ba yun? Yung sa
bibigyan ko kayo ng tip. Bibigyan ko kayo ng tip. And consider this as a tip dun sa mga 313 viewers natin. Kasi sa inyo ko lang sasabihin to. Right? So kung hindi kayo nakinig, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. The last thing you should be buying are printers. The last thing you should be buying are printers. Because if you work on the odds, mas mataas ang anong tawag mo dito? Mas mataas yung mutation rate if you use printers. Okay? I'd rather use a 98 to 99%. And etong info na to, this just came in about I think 2 weeks ago. Kasi yung best friend ko nga na content creator dito sa Axie Infinity, they did computations. They did the mutation, the percentages and everything. And true enough, ang lumabas, if you use 100%, factoring in the cost niya and the mutation percentage niya, lugi ka doon, talo ka doon. Mas okay pa na gumamit ka ng complementary na 97, 96 to 99% na Axies rather than 100% Axie. Kaya anong ginawa namin? Binenta namin lahat ng printers namin. Ang dami pa namin dyan. We have at one point, we have 7 printer beasts. 7. To the point na sa sobrang dami niya, ginagamit na namin siya for breeding just for the sake na gamitin kasi bumili pa kami sa marketplace. As much as ayoko siyang gamitin, ginamit nga lang namin. Tapos binenta namin lahat yun ng sobrang mura, 0.235 Ethereum. Binenta namin isang peraso nun. Imagine mo yun. Before, printer beasts were 1 Ethereum. But that was way back, a month ago. 1 Ethereum is just 2.4 USD, ganun. But anyhow, printers, please avoid. If nakikinig kayo ngayon, do not buy printers. Yun ang masasabi ko sa inyo. Okay? So, business side of it, taken care of. Alam na natin paano kumita. The problem now, and I'm sure a lot of yung listeners natin would want to know is, kailan ba matitigil ang downtrend ng SLP? Kasi majority of them are players. Majority of them are managers. No? So, syempre, yung kikitain nila nakataya sa price of SLP. So, I want to ask first si Boss Z. Boss Z, from a trading perspective, if you don't mind, giving us a bit of an insight. Pakita mo naman kami dyan, Boss. Ano lang to? This is the part Axie.
Sinart ko rin siya pero gusto ko makita yung
let's look at Boss Z's chart.
Okay,
and let's look at Boss Van's chart. Sige. Alright. Ayan na guys I'm asking the questions all of you guys want to ask. Okay?
Sige.
Ito na.
Okay, so right. So yung pinakatanong is kailan ba mag-stop yung downtrend, ano?
That's right.
So from a trader's perspective, this is purely from a trader talaga, hindi talaga to yung anong tawag dito? Not as a player, player kasi you have to really separate those two in order for you to make a killing talaga sa markets. You can't be a gamer and think na tataas pa to and you're just gonna look at your earnings. Kailangan talaga titingnan mo siya from a trader's perspective kasi traders are also going to be a big part of why there's big movements.
That's
kasi,
right.
mahirap For example, kung may isang tao na, let's say, meron siyang 1 billion, di ba? And then ibobomba niya sa isang coin like SLP. Then wala kang magagawa doon. Kahit player ka, di ba? Masaya ka doon. Kasi, syempre, magpapump yung price. Like, for example, this one. Nung nagkaroon tayo ng breakout dito, right? These are the 2 levels talaga na kailangan na kailangan parang ma-take out. And then after these 2 were taken out, nagkaroon tayo ng short na uptrend, di ba? Like this one. You can see here from a trader's perspective, kahit hindi ka gamer, talagang bibili ka dyan. This event over here. And that's why you see that, ang tataas na ng presyo and people started to compute. I think dito din nagsimula yung, di ba? Yung, the trend hype, everything, na people just get into Axie because talo mo pa yung sweldo ng manager mo sa work.
80K.
Oo, di ba?
So, sumasabog yung servers
Yeah. Actually, kasi ganun talaga Like any game, pagka naging sikat, pagka tumaas yung presyo, saka talaga pumapasok yung mga tao. And I guess that's because, fundamentally speaking, if you're gonna do the computations, totoo naman talaga na if like, for example, umabot dito sa, let's say, 40 cents, right? Umabot dito, ano na yung mga computations ng tao, di ba?
Oo,
and
gabi.
You have all these crazy marketing from people na parang, we are accepting SLPs, we're doing this and that. So, sino ba namang hindi, di ba? Like, who wouldn't be doing the computations? And if you start doing that, like, you're gonna attract the masses eventually. Kasi, parang, ano ba mga business opportunities? Especially pandemic, right? So, again, these are the things that you have to look at. Yung cycle nung sentiment ng mga tao. And at the same time, syempre, anong mangyayari pagka, let's say, bumaliktad, di ba? So, when you look at it, for example, from a business perspective, di ba? Kasi may mga scholarships tayo and all that. Even if bumagsak to at current levels, right? Walang problema. I mean, the ROI is still better than the usual businesses that usually busts after 2 to 3 years, di ba?
I agree.
Pero
yes.
Yun lang, 2 to 3 years of grinding. Is that something that your scholars would be able to do? But to answer the question na parang kailan ba titigil yung downtrend? Well, we never know. Right now, it's still in a sideways. I'm not gonna say na it's the worst case scenario. It's the worst case for people who got in at a high price. Right?
That's right.
Kasi mas matagal talaga yung magiging ROI mo. Kaya it's better talaga na parang like for me, matuto kayo magbasa ng charts, ng technical analysis kasi that's going to be wala, next year pa tayo mag-offer ulit ng TI. But ayun lang, 'di ba? Na parang right now we're in a sideways. So pasalamat na lang tayo na it's still a sideways. Ang pinaka worst case scenario is pag bumalik to ng 0.057 or pag nag-breakdown dito sa mga dalawang levels na to. So that's the time na mag-isip kayo, magko-compute kayo na parang ilang na to, parang how long yung ROI. But again, we're in a sideways trend. It's gonna be okay. And I think one other factor that we have to consider is that yung mentality ng mga tao, especially us Filipinos, di ba? If you're the type of person who has replaced your job with with Axie, and then iisipin mo na parang every 15th, every 30th of the month, or every weekend magsusweldo ka, then you're contributing to the downtrend.
Totoo
Kasi
yan.
syempre, kumbaga human nature natin na you're going to look out for yourself. You're not really going to look out for the benefit of others. And that's why, ayan, parang kumbaga kung nakita mo na bumabagsak, paunahan, ibibenta mo na yan And you're not going to be the only one thinking this way. So, unless the game devs are gonna be creating mechanisms for people to hold, and di ba nakalock naman yung SLP for a few days. Pero for a few weeks. But if you're, for example, hindi nakapag-create, kaya dito din papasok yung yung sa game development na it has to be a community. Like you need to be in, paano ba? Yung mga purists talaga na who are here for the game and who are thinking long term and for thinking about the sustainability of the game, yun talaga yung dito ka tatagal or if you want talaga to benefit everyone, you need to think about like how to help out, the economy as a whole. Kasi again, 'di ba, sinabi nga ni Van, what's great about Axie is it's decentralized. Meaning tayo talaga yung nag-create ng economy. It's not the game devs, they're one part of the economy. Syempre, they're creating the mechanism. And it is beneficial for them as well na magiging sustainable at magiging maganda for everyone.
That's right.
But ayun, to answer the question, okay pa tayo. We're still in a sideways trend. Wag lang mabasag itong dalawang lines. So I'm just gonna take out these white lines. So itong dalawang lines na yan, pag nabasag yan, then parang for me as a technical trader, all bets are off. But for now, it still looks good. It's better talaga kung ako, if people decide na mag-hold na lang siguro ng SLP, tapos magko-consolidate to, o stake the SLP, and then wait na lang for better days, right? Kasi at some point, pagka nag-breakout to, tapos people are not selling, ganun, people who are really believing in the project and hoping things are gonna be great, di ba? Pag yan nag-consolidate, tapos nagkaroon ng breakout event, like this one, di ba? Like ilang weeks or ilang months to na sideways, and then biglang nag-breakout, kaming mga traders, we're gonna papakyawin namin itong mga SLP na to if ever ganito yung magiging pattern ulit. And that's the time that you can sell, di ba? For a very good price. So, yun talaga, parang delayed gratification lang talaga kailangan dito.
Okay. Thank you, Bossy. Bossy, would you want the opposite end of the coin from a business owner / player perspective on itong SLP na to? Yun din sa kaka-share mo lang.
Yeah, so dito, well, okay naman siya. For me, parang tanggap ko na kasi this is part of the risks. So in any business naman, you have to understand na parang your coin can go to zero. Yun talaga you're in crypto hindi naman to parang PSE or hindi naman to yung parang and it's just like any other business, diba? But here, at least meron ka namang certain controls, and I think it's still better than your traditional businesses where you have overhead. Ito, wala. Panik ka lang sa internet, andyan na yung assets mo. So,
at saka, boss, bayad yung scholars mo. Kumbaga,
exactly,
binabayaran nila sarili nila.
Oo, hindi siya yung parang ikaw pa yung magbabayad and they're not really creating anything or wala silang output. Meron nga SLP, di ba? Pero ang tanong na lang is kung magkano yung magiging nyo, especially with this kind of like, ang tawag nito, palitan na medyo mababa. Pero actually, hindi to mababa for me. Mababa siya if you were one of the early adopters, then good for you. Pero if you were the person who got here at these levels,
that's right.
Something else na parang syempre mapapaano ka na lang, di ba? Mapapaaray ka na lang kasi late ka na pumasok But those are the things that you have to understand. These are risks that that come with the game, that come with crypto.
I agree. That one I agree. And sige, another I wouldn't say bonus, but I'm gonna give you guys a bit of an insight as to what we're doing with the SLPs right now. For my group, I'm keeping the SLPs, yung share namin. The scholars, they're cashing out, but yung sa amin, I'm keeping it. Bakit? Because sa interview ni Gios, I think yung pagbasa sa name niya, pwede ulit silang gumawa ng breeding events. Okay. Ano ba tong breeding events na to? Just like what they did way back for the 1 millionth Axie just in July. So, ang sabi rin sa akin ng best friend ko, content creator, is they can create this breeding event ulit wherein aalisin nila yung AXS cost for 1 week just to encourage yung breeding, more burning and everything. So, syempre, yung mga hindi naman talaga breeders, bibili din sa na SLP. So, it's gonna create a mini demand or something. Take note, guys, hindi to sure, but they can do this. And nasabi na rin to sa mga previous interviews, they can do this. So, what I'm doing is, yung doon sa share namin na SLP, we're keeping it. Syempre, yun dun sa part ng scholars, they're outing it. But kami, we're keeping it. We're keeping it. Kasi, number one, ginagamit din naman namin. If we're going to breed, we're going to use it. Diba? Number two, by the end of the day, hindi na kami talo. Hindi kami talo kahit pwede lang tumagal, sabi nga nila ROI. Pwede lang tumagal, but hindi ka natalo doon. So, is it worth it for us to do that? For me, based from my experience, ako oo. But then again, this is not financial advice. I mean, by the end of the day, marami akong kilala na. I always tell this to people who ask me, Bossy and Boss Van, Tim, kailangan na ba i-out yung SLP? Kailangan na ba ibenta yun? Babagsak pa ba siya? I always tell them, actually, I ask them first, nag-ROI ka na ba? And if sagot nila sa akin is hindi pa, i-out mo agad. I-out mo, mag-ROI ka muna, then tsaka mo iisipin kung mag-hold ka or not. Until hindi ka pa nag-ROI, wag mo siya i-hold. That's for me, why would you do that? It does not, walang sense yun for me. Bawiin mo muna yung capital mo. Pag nabawi mo na, then mag-isip ka. Gusto mo mag-hold? Sige, mag-hold ka. Go ahead. Yun. But as for us, more or less naman okay na kami. Everything has been accounted for. Wala naman kaming any sort of like liabilities and whatnot. We're just, transitioning yung mga farms namin into scholarships. Kasi like I said, nandun nga yung pera. And ito pa pala, bigla pumasok pa sa picture si quote-unquote, yung quote-unquote tax. So, keep it. Ilagay nyo lang siya as assets na within the game, wala kayong problema. Kasi you're basically just, parang kumikita ka lang sa loob ng game with another game asset. It's not like you're putting it in banks or you're like converting it to fiat. So if you're worried about that, just play the game. Keep it in game. If you want to grow inside the game. Buy AXS, buy SLP, buy ETH, or WETH WETH. That's it. But for the taxation, I think mahihirapan sila if they're going to, tax kayo SLP mo. Bakit? Nilabas ko ba? But that's a different perspective altogether. But sige. So we've asked si Boss Z about kailan ba titigil yung downtrend. And sabi nga niya, it still looks good until hindi mabasag yung dalawang levels sa baba. Okay pa rin siya, but wala pa rin clear signs on kailan siya titigil. Okay, so if you're a trader, trade at your own risk. If you're a player, kapit lang muna guys. Either way naman, okay pa rin. Price right now, like I said, I entered the game for 5 pesos by SLP. So this is still okay. This is still really good. Tatagal lang yung ROI mo. Okay? So, sige. Boss Van, ito si Boss Van, ako, naabutan niya yung Axie ng 5,000, hindi siya pumasok. So, ibig sabihin, may mga connections to. Nasa tamang lugar siya, kaya nakagirap niya yung Axie Infinity. So, ito na nga. Axie is already here. It's like the trailblazer when it comes to play to earn games. But it's not the only one, for sure. Right? So, I want to ask, before we move on to the, kung meron man kayo tinitignan ng other NFT games, Boss Van or Boss Z, would you guys want to have some sort of like a demo regarding just a gameplay of Axie, para lang pakita lang natin kung ano ba to for the people na hindi pa nakakapasok? Would you like to share a gameplay or medyo
Axie ba agad or si Boss muna? Like,
hindi, ako ibang games yung gusto ko i-feature. Kasi sa akin, hindi ako masyadong parang kumbaga if it's too loud, like sa akin hindi ko na masyadong gusto. Like I like those games na hindi pa masyado yung under the radar ganun, or yung nagsisimula pa lang. Or yung nagsisimula pa lang yung ingay, ganun. Doon ako. Ayoko sa like sa akin kasi pag like mini-mention ko yung mga like if I mention Axie now, 'di ba? Parang I feel responsible, for example, pag may mga taong pumasok doon tapos they don't profit. Kasi syempre parang minention mo lang and then titignan ng tao, 'di ba? Like we have social responsibilities. And so sometimes if you see me post in my Facebook and I say na parang I mention a certain game, or pag hindi ko siya minention, talagang parang high risk, tinatag ko siya as high risk kaya hindi ko siya mini-mention. Like if you mention it on the comments, then hindi ko na kasalanan kung na-hype ka doon. So
that's right.
So that's me. Parang kumbaga, again, not financial advice because other people just look for a quick buck, eh. 'Di ba? For me kasi I want to be in a more relaxed state. But anyway, let's go back if Van can, show like how the game works.
Yeah, sige, Boss Van. Show us yung bit of yung tactics mo before we move on to the other stuff, because like I said earlier, Axie is not the only one, making a name for itself dito sa P2E na arena. All right, ayan.
Okay. So, chill lang kayo guys. Baka mamaya
hold on, boss. Moves. Can we see kung ilan yung MMR mo? Just so we're aware kung how high of 1773. Okay.
Pero
and can you show us?
Okay lang.
Oh, wow. This is the first one is a Terminator reptile. Tama ba ako? Not Termi kasi walang stick siya.
And, siya. First is itong isang Axie.
Daming Axie, Whale? Hashtag whale?
Whale.
Whale!
Ano lang, mga chop suey lang yung pinagbibili. Pero
Okay.
ito is, yung lineup lang na
Yam.
parang trip
It's a
ko
poison.
na laruin right now is, this one is a reptile. Wait. Yeah, this one is a reptile. Pero, para siyang semi-termy. Kasi if titignan nyo, or yung sa mga marunong tumingin din ng Axie, croc yung nasa likod niya, and instead of this
Snail shell.
one, instead of snail shell, ito. So,
uy! Yung kakadu. May kakadu.
So,
Sige.
yun, parang ang pinaka-purpose nitong backline is, parang siyang double slow siya. So, meron siyang double slow capability para mauna ka if in case meron kang kalaban na aqua or bird or anyone or kahit beast or kahit kapwa turn, may chance of winning ka din. Kasi parang ayoko talagang bumili ng turn kasi yung exact term niya kasi parang ano sa akin sobrang common, parang lahat na lang meron ganun. So parang nagtatry ako mag-invent na
innovate kumbaga.
Innovate.
Make your own.
Tama.
Okay. That's not exactly bad.
Kasi ito naman para rin siyang termy pero yung mouth niya actually is iba. It's angry lang yung skin.
Yeah.
So nakita ko lang siya binenta siya and ano siya 0 out of 7. So ito yung parang balak ko i-breed with this one. Meron akong target makuha yung if any one of the viewers know yung croc ni Elijah. So yun yung target ko sana pero napapaisip ako dun sa mga shinare ni Coach Tim about target breeding kasi sobrang parang suntok sa buwan.
It's difficult.
Minsan,
Just buy it from the MP. If you want that, just buy it from the MP. You would be saving yourself a lot of money by doing that.
Yes.
I can assure you.
Ayun, yun nga, parang suntok sa buwan yung makuha yung Axie na yun. And ayun, kagaya nga na-explain din ni Coach Tim, ano siya mahal mo siya mabibenta pero for specific clients lang na willing to pay. Wala pa rin assurance kahit makuha mo yung Axie na yun. Hindi ka naman sure kung may willing pa rin mag-pay nun or baka may alternative na silang gustong gamitin or iba na yung meta, ganyan. So, sobrang high risk niya. So yan, ito yung plant is just the usual plant. So better sana siya if leaf bug yung ulo niya, hindi cactus. Pero sa akin medyo okay naman na kasi parehas naman siyang may zero cost, yung mid and backline. So para sa akin kahit hindi na leaf bug siguro, parang additional damage na lang. So,
Boss, I have a question. I have a question lang. Dun sa may dun sa mid mo, is that a dusk or aqua? Is this a dusk?
This is dusk.
Dusk, no? Para saan yung I always see this, the kakadu, yung the third skill. What is this for? What is this for?
Itong kuku na skill is a zero cost. So, zero cost siya na merong defense, 40 defense. And then it also applies attack plus to this Axie around I think 20% ata na attack plus for the next na bibitawan niya na skill. So ang maganda dito is may additional defense ka and pag pumalo ka, for example, nalason yung kalaban mo, pag pinalo mo siya with an attack plus Thorny Caterpillar sa tail, masakit siya masyado. And then another thing with this one is kapag hindi mo na one shot combo itong midline, tapos yung HP niya is below 50%. So, tataas yung damage nitong Angry Lamb. So, ito, deal 120 damage if this axis HP is below 50. So, ayun. Yung usual kasi na Terminator Dusk is tiny turtle to. Parang ganito siya.
Yeah. Chomp, no? Yeah.
Chomp, yeah. Chomp siya. Pero ito kasi, nakita ko lang sa market na, okay, pwede na rin yung lamb. Kasi ang speed naman niya is actually 51. Sobrang bilis na. Kasi yung eyes and ears niya, those are, I think, aqua and bird parts combination.
Okay.
So, once na mas slow nitong backline yung kahit aqua, pag na-slow niya ng once yun, mauuna na tong dusk agad. So, ayun. Siguro try na lang natin mag-play ng
Yeah, please. I'm super curious about this.
Sige, try na lang natin. Sana hindi puro talo. Nakakaya naman puro talo.
Kaya, tiwala. Sabay may nakalaban ka palang mga scholar ko, no? Awit.
Okay. Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach na high-speed beasts na may zero cost card. So, actually, mahirap din kalaban yun kasi...
I think, no, that's a mech. That's a mech one.
Yeah. mech
Yeah,
niya
it's a mech.
So siguro first, yung game plan ko kasi lagi is gusto kong i-rush, patayin yung plant niya para makapag deal with na ako dito sa mid and backline.
Okay.
So right now, feeling ko wala pa namang combo yung ano niya, yung beast niya. Kasi meron siyang risky fish harap. So hindi siya pure beast all skills. So siguro lalagyan ko lang ng slow tong ano. Pass siya. Nilalagyan ko lang siya ng slow para pag nabunot ko yung mga thorny caterpillars and next turn, pwede na
akong that's smart. That's actually smart, Okay.
Parang ano kasi siya yung lineup kasi na to parang puro setup siya. So, hindi siya yung parang beast bird na sagasa agad. So, parang konting setup. So, meron siyang 5 energy. So, pwede niyang gamitin yun sa beast or sa plant. Pero siguro, maglalagay lang din ako ng yam para in case na kumambo yung beast niya.
Okay.
Pero, let's see. Try na rin natin,
This is the kind of lineup na you really need to think it through. It's not like yung tipong click kind of lineup.
Hindi siya parang
strategy talaga.
Yeah.
You can't just go and parang throw random
stuff.
Yes.
Buzzy, are you a fan of strategy games?
Yeah, yung pinaka nilaro ko, nag-addict ako dati is Hearthstone siguro before all this play to earn.
Okay, all right. May surprise ako for you later. Mamaya, may surprise ako for you.
So yan, actually hindi natin napatay. So failed yung attempt natin. Mapapatay pa natin. Napatay natin, although ang ginamit niya lang I think was 2 energy, 5 minus 2, 3. Meron pa ulit siyang 5 energy this turn. So possibly, ang next niyang gawin is i-move niya na tong beast niya kasi exposed na. So pwedeng kombohan niya yung beast na yan. Parang hahabol kasi siya kasi sobrang behind na. So, unahin ko lang yung pumpkin kasi in case na i-stun ako nito sa champ, makakancel ng pumpkin and then itong yam is
poison.
So, let's see. Kukombo yung beast niya, malalason. So, let's see kung enough to. Sana hindi mag-crit. Medyo...
Yung Sinister Strike, nakakatakot yan Pumuputok yung plant yan
39 moral lang siya. Ayan, tinatry niya rin i-kill yung pero nalason siya parehas.
Buti nga lang hindi.
Yan, hindi rin nag-crit. Kasi yun nga yung downside naman ng konti ng mech is mababa yung moral niya.
The crit
so, wala
chance.
Yung Ronin, hindi ka mag-sure crit talaga. So, for me, pwedeng steady lang din ngayong round kasi wala rin akong energy and siya, I think, if ginamit niya is for meron siyang 3 ata. So, pwedeng patayin niya na yan. So, gagawin ko lang is attack up. And pwede ko rin sigurong slow na to. Yung beast na to para mauna ako next turn. And para pwede ko siyang maunahan next turn.
This lineup of yours, boss, wala masyadong energy generator, no? It's just the plan, no?
Yup, yung serious lang. So, try natin siya unahan next turn.
Ay? Bakit niya ginawa yun?
Parang may 4 energy pa ata siya. Not sure kung tama yung bilang ko. So, siguro try ko na rin patayin to. Okay lang naman ito, pabugbog ko kahit konti. Kasi, pag nabugbog siya, meron pa tayong snail shell. Tsaka, mas maganda rin mag-below 50% yung HP niya. Actually, para mas masakit.
I have a question. Versus Termi lineups, like, legit Terminators, nananalo ka naman, boss?
Kaya naman. Ito, yung mga legit, try natin kung makakapag 1v1 mamaya or...
Mukhang ganun yung mangyayari. Mukhang ganun yung mangyayari.
So, pwede natin gawin is attack up to cancel yung kasi mauuna pa rin naman tayo.
That's right.
And tingin ko i-one shot niya lang to So, pwede natin gawin is attack up, attack, tas cancel. So, let's see. Kung parang tatry ko kasing i-delay yung game. Kasi ganito yung mga laruan ng Terminator. So, babasagin ko yung shield niya. Sana mag-stun siya. Pero if hindi.
Tatry mo rin iwasan yung stun niya. Or ika-cancel mo with yung kuku.
Tignan natin kung kaya niya tayo iwan. Pero yan, masastun. Then matatanggal.
Yung snail shell yung pagtanggal mo. Oh, okay.
Okay, so hindi niya pa patay agad. So, which is good na puprolong natin.
Ayos.
So, ang balak ko now is, kaso mauuna na siya dito. So, parang useless na siya. So, ang gagawin ko lang is, siguro isuslow ko lang muna tong ano niya. Siguro damage ko na rin ng konti. Instead na this one. Kasi for sure, mauuna siya rito, papatayin niya na yan.
Yes. Sayang lang if gagamit ka ng ano.
Hindi ko na nabilang energy niya, sorry.
It's okay,
so,
it's okay.
It's
okay.
Nasa tamang track pa tayo.
Yun yung magaling na
naka-focus.
Habang
nagdi-discuss no? Tapos naglalaro.
Actually, sobrang amazed ako sa mga ganong klaseng streamer.
Oo, mahirap yun.
Sobrang hirap gawin nun.
Parang kung ako gusto maglaro, ayoko nang may kausap, ayoko mag-explain, basta naglalaro lang ako.
Nakaka-tilt na yung game eh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Parang sobrang pro na yung kaya mong i-explain tapos biglang naglalaro ka.
Nabibilang yung scholar ko, still 4 daw. 4 pa rin daw yung energy nung kalaban.
So, gagawin natin, dinoble slow natin. So, para mauna pa rin. Yan din yung gagawin nyo. Kasi usual moves yun ng Termi. Magdo-double slow din siya. Ayan, pero iwan nyo tayo. Sana may mabunot tayo ng 0 cost. Pero okay lang naman if wala kasi feeling ko
5 energy ka eh.
Wait lang, yun din yung hindi ko sure kung bakit ganun. Nakita nyo diba? Ewan kung bug yun. Dalawang slow tumama sa kanya. 42 speed siya. Ako 43. Double slow ako pero not sure bakit siya yung una now. Which is weird. Pero let's see.
I think baka kinonsider kayo as same speed. Tapos mas mababa HP niya. So siya yung priority.
So,
pero dapat ka mas lamang ka.
Yeah,
baka kasi
kumagat yung double slow. Yun yung hindi ko sure. Double slow, 43, 42. So,
pero siya yung mauuna, no?
Weird. Pero let's see.
Hindi, ito may nag-comment si Elo. Health daw.
Yeah, patay. Yung health, pero kasi yung speed ko 43.
Yeah, it's a 43 to 42 speed na reptile. If it's 42 to 42, yeah, health would come. But I feel like the 39 and 40 speed, parang isa lang yata yun. Baka like, decimal lang kaya na yung iba. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure as well.
Yun din yung hindi ko sure talaga. Kasi ang alam ko for that is, dapat mauna ako. Kasi 43 minus dalawang slow, and then siya, dalawang slow.
Right. Sige.
Let's see.
So, probably, Boss Z, after this game of Boss Van, we can show kung ano man yung pinagkakaabalahan mo na ibang
other games naman.
I mean, guys, this is not to hype This is not to hype. This is just us, just sharing kung nasaan kami ngayon aside from Axie Infinity, because Axie Infinity is not the only NFT game out there. But again, just like Axie Infinity, all NFT games, this is still crypto. So, enter at your own risk. Trade at your own risk, enter at your own risk. Do your due diligence. Study yung white papers nila, yung tokenomics nila. Sabi nga ni Boss Z, very important yun because if hindi maayos yung tokenomics nila, what you would get is an inflated coin, an inflated token na mag-crash yung price. That's it. Okay. Boss Van, ang sabi nung yung isa top scholars ko, percentage lang daw kasi yung sa slow. It's not like reducing it fully. Oo.
So, yun. Okay.
May mga ASG na nanonood. So, hello. Nanonood sila. Hello. Sige. Ay, nako po. Double reptile na This is one of the lineups na gustong-gusto kong palagan. I'm using a BBP. My BBP is standard, but my beast has a shrimp. So, hindi alam nung kalaban ko if paprotektahan ba niya yung reptile niya sa dulo or paprotektahan niya yung plant niya sa harap. Kasi kaya ko rektahin yung dalawa. And reptiles and plants, mahina sila both sa beast/mech. So, yun. May competition na nagaganap sa comment. Sumasakit ulo ko sa iyo, RJ. Huwag na, ayokong basahin yung comment na yan.
Sa mga malulupit mong scholars ko.
Ay, hindi naman. Ano lang. Lahat patas lang dito. Celeste is asking, habang naglalaro si Boss Van, your thoughts po on using a hardware wallet? In all honesty, guys, and this is my opinion. We can ask si Boss C and si Boss Van. Sige, Boss C, ikaw muna. Are you using a Trezor hardware wallet?
No, kasi hindi I am a Shinigami pagkadating sa mga gadgets and stuff. Nawawala ko siya. So
I understand.
Oo. It's better sa akin yung software talaga kasi i-internet lang. Ang kailangan ko lang gawin, email ko lang yung mga codes or mga keys ko and then that's it.
Ingat boss Wag maglalagay ng mga yung mga seed phrase Ingat tayo doon.
Yeah, very very important talaga yan. Parang yung mga seed phrases niyo, keep it in a very safe place and don't give it to anyone, especially to people who are saying that they're from support.
Yes.
Very classic yan. Very classic.
Grabe. Ito, hindi nga ako nagpo-post ng issue sa official Axie Discord. Bigla may nag-PM sa akin. Bigla may nag-hi, hello, you won a raffle, blah, blah, blah. Nako guys, huwag kayo papauto sa ganun. Wala na libre ngayon.
Yeah, actually, pati yung mga free na parang mga links na, pindutin nyo yung link na to, never yung gawin yan.
Never do that.
So, if ever meron kayong mga makuhang mga messages coming from other, let's say from Telegram or from wherever it is, tapos bigla kayong yung message na, uy, may giveaway kami, ganito, ganyan. Tapos maglalagay sila ng link. Don't ever open that.
That's it. Okay. So, sige. Thank you, Bossy. How about you, Boss Van? Are you using Trezor?
Hindi pa.
Okay.
Hindi ko pa na-try.
Are you planning?
Pero wala rin akong plan so far.
Okay. Alright. So, ako naman, may nag-ask din. Ito si Boss Neil. Si Try Neil. He's a sikat na streamer. He's watching us right now. I bought 3 Trezors from the US. Like, dumating na siya actually i-ship siya sa akin dapat today, but sabi ko sa friend ko, tomorrow nga lang. But we're not going to be using that dun sa current namin na team. The Trezor, yung isa doon, mapupunta dun sa isa ko pang group, na Axie group. Yung isang Trezor naman, para na siya dun sa mga, scholarship namin na not under me. So meaning may ibang may-ari nun, but within our group as well. That's just for their added protection. But yung mga current ko, I see no reason as to why I need to use Trezor. Yung mga lumalabas na na-hack daw because na nilagay out of nowhere daw, walang ginagawa, hindi ako naniniwala doon. Hindi talaga ako naniniwala doon. Somewhere along the way, may na-click yan, may napasukan yan, or inside job, or nakita lang, na-compromise yung email, nandun yung seed phrase. Na-compromise yung PC, nandun yung seed phrase. That's basically it. But you don't need Trezor for this. In all honesty, you don't need it.
Coach,
you don't need that.
Parang recently, may friend ako na na-scam yung Axie niya. Parang nag-gift. Ang scenario was, siguro lang, for awareness lang din, i-share ko.
Sige.
Sa mga viewers is, ang nangyari is, gusto niya kasing i-transfer yun sa mobile, gusto niya laruin. Pero hindi siya aware na through QR lang. So ang nangyari is meron parang downloadable daw na tawag dito.
Ronin?
Plug-in parang Ronin sa browser. Not sure, Chrome ata Parang doon niya tinry search sa Google. And then dinownload niya. Actually, yun, parang nagising na lang din siya. Wala na, nag-gift na yung access niya. And yun, nag-send naman na kami ng report. Pero sobrang sayang lang kasi, ayun nga, sana yung iba din. Kasi I think meron ding news about yung ibang hackers is trying to promote their scams legitimately through Facebook. Like, meron silang yung promoted ads sa FB na free SLP.
Nakikita ko yun.
Actually, mukha siyang legit talaga kasi promoted by Facebook. So yung iba, yun, kawawa.
Nauuto. Right.
So, sayang guys. Parang if maglalaro kayo, stay with the marketplace lang.
Yes.
Tapos, huwag niyo masyado eksperimentuhin yun or huwag na kayo maghanap ng libreng kung ano-ano.
Walang libre sa panahon ngayon. Sa ZFT lang may libre. Sa atin lang may libre. Sa atin lang may giveaway. Yes.
Anyway, ayan. Siguro sayang hindi natin na showcase yung buong capability nung lineup. Pero yeah, I think mas interesting din yung i-share din ni Boss about other games kasi yun din yung tingin ko questions nung nanonood sa atin like aside from Axie, puro Axie na lang So ibang games naman tayo na may mga potentials pa.
Sige. So Boss Van, thank you so much for sharing that. Natuwa ko dyan sa team mo. It's not the usual. And I'm a huge fan of yung strategies. It's okay kahit matalo ka, at least yung team mo pinag-iisipan. Okay. So, sige, Boss Z, please do show us. Ano pa tong mga, ano mo? I think I have an idea kasi nakikita ko mga post mo eh. But please do show us. Kindly show us kung ano tong, what are you cooking right now?
Right. Okay, so, just to give you a, parang, ano ba, paano ba? Parang an idea, ang pinakaunang pinasok ko na, na play to earn is, Alien Worlds. So, one of the reasons kung bakit siya pinasok is because I saw it in Binance, di ba? It got listed. And then, parang sabi ko, may game pala na ganito. Like, you just play it and then you're gonna be earning. So, I got into it. But I was already pala too late into it. Na parang, ang nangyari, bumagsak, di ba, si TLM. If you could see the chart. I'll just share my screen na lang din para makita nyo na. Window. Okay. So, ayan, kita yung mga pogi nating mukha. Ayan. So, ayan, let's go to TLM USDT. This is where when I was playing it. And then umabot siya, I think, when it opened. Tapos parang umabot siya ng mga 1 or something or mga 1.5. And then bumagsak siya slowly. And then, I think this is the first play to earn na talagang pinasok ko. And then, it was crazy kasi you just click buttons. Siyempre, bibili ka ng mga items. I think at first, bumili ako mga $50 worth, 50,000 worth or mga $1,000 worth na mga assets. And then, at first siguro, sobrang natuwa ako kasi sabi ko, ang laki ng potential dito. Like, there were items kasi in the game na you could sell on the market. And then, grabe, nung nakita ko sobrang bagger nung galawan. Parang kung bumili lang ako ng maraming items na ganito, then I could just flip it the market. Ang laki na sana nakita ko. Pero syempre, it's gonna take parang a lot of effort, no? Syempre, kasi depende kung mahal din yung items na binili mo. But that actually baptized me to the play-to-earn world. But TLM wasn't something na parang tumagal. Kasi parang after a while, biglang hindi pa maganda yung tokenomics ng game or people were able to use bots and then there was so much clicking that was involved. Sobrang time-consuming niya for me and sabi ko, hindi ko talaga gusto yung ganitong klaseng grind eh. But, ayun, isipin niya from $1, umabot siya ng mga 0.07, no? Ayan, no? Bago siya umakyat at nag-recover. Pero, ayan yung parang kumbaga, one of the games na napasok ko na parang just gave me this idea na parang kung pumasok tayo ng maaga sa mga NFT games, it would be awesomely profitable. It's insanely profitable for a lot of people. And then I would see stories of people na parang they would post about, yung mga gains nila na they were able to buy, let's say, kotse or bahay or kung ano man yung mga sobrang mamahal na mga, di ba? So parang, right. Those were the kinds of things na parang I was considering. Kasi syempre, like, I love games. Parang nung bata pa lang ako, as far as I can remember, talagang kumbaga kung meron pang controller sa kung ano yan, nung bata ako, meron na akong hawak-hawak na controller. Yun na, ganun talaga, parang eat, sleep, breathe gaming ako eh. And then, gamer ka talaga by heart. Diba? Oo. And so, I was looking at other games. So, this was really a flop for me kasi again, hindi maganda yung pasok ko. Nakuha ko siya at the peak. So, isipin niyo parang bumili ako ng Axie nung 40, na doon pala ako
SLP.
Imagine nyo na lang, imagine na lang doon ako nakabili, di ba? So, I learned from that mistake. Sabi ko, hindi, even games, meron pa ring cycle. Meron pa ring market cycle involved. It's still trading pa rin through and through na ganun pa rin yung element niya eh. Kahit anong gagawin mo. So, I learned from that mistake. So, I think, nagsunog ako ng mga 200 to 300,000 doon sa TLM, doon sa Alien Worlds na game. Pero sabi ko, hindi, okay lang kasi lesson learned, hindi ko na siya ulitin. And so I got into other games and I really like because meron kasi tayong mga specialist in TR. So sobrang nagpapasalamat ako kasi talagang inintroduce niya yung play to earn na parang dapat ganito, dapat ganyan, dapat mauna ka, like look for those games. Pag sobrang hype na, maingay na, then probably you're too late. And so, one of the games na in-introduce niya was Mobox. So, I am gonna get into Mobox. Hindi ko na papasukin yung my DeFi pet kasi baka may wala na tayong oras.
Okay.
So, si Mobox, I think, if you're gonna look into Binance or if you're gonna look into Gate, ito yung makikita mong data. So, this is just this month, di ba? Na parang from 60 cents and then now it's at $9 a share or, di ba? So, ang laking bagay nun. Pero, you have to understand that before it got listed into these centralized exchanges, nagtatrade siya dun sa, sa DEX or dun sa decentralized exchange. And so, yung pinaka-chart talaga ni Mobox is, iba pa to eh. May DeFi pet to. Teka.
Pumasok ako dyan, boss, pero hindi ko na ginalaw.
Ako rin eh. Hindi ko siya masyadong kasi para siyang farm bill.
Oo, hindi ako ganun na gamer eh. I mean, hindi talaga ano sa akin yun.
Hindi para sa'yo.
Oo. I mean, no offense to whoever is
So, ayan. I mean, kung wala ka namang like you're into pets or something like that, then okay. But anyways, I got into this game here on June, 10th of June. Ito exactly eh. So, bumili ako ng Mobox. I tried the game. I tried to play. And I think one of the things that you have to understand is yung schedule ko kasi sobrang busy ko kasi sa mga bagay-bagay. So, what I do is look for games that will earn me passive. So, yung staking mechanism, yun yung pinaka-hinahanap ko sa mga games because I can't actively grind and parang kaya ko naman gawin yon pero the problem is wala na akong oras sa ibang bagay. And so, I really like the staking part of the game wherein you just buy yung mga momos or yung mga Mobox and then you can stake that and then you're gonna be earning passive. So, here, I think during the time, yung Mobox was around, yung presyo ng mga momos was around $150 a rare to $200 each. So if we're gonna go and look at the marketplace right now, ito yung pinaka-lowest na rare. It's $4,650.
Wow!
So mas mahal pa siya sa Axie, sa mga Axies ngayon.
Yeah.
And this is just one rare. Meron pa namang iba, like for example, if you're into playing the game, like you go to the epics at saka legendary, pero epics pala. Ito yung mga kailangan mo para manalo ko sa arena. So there's other elements to the game. You can play by in-game, maglalaro ka. So just to give you an example, ito yung account ko. So ang pinaka-goal mo talaga dito is you need to get to the leaderboards for you to earn. And itong top 1 na to, so whoever gets the top spot gets around 20,000 Mobox. So if you're gonna compute that 20,000 Mobox times the current Mobox price, which is 9.27, that's 185,000 USD.
Pesos?
USD! And then USD. And i-convert natin into, let's say, $50. And you have 9,270,000. And this is every 7 days. So,
what?
Every 7 days, meron kang, like whoever, pero kasi ang ginagawa nila, binapawasan nila yung rewards. Before, mas malaki pa yung rewards ng top 1. So, Mobox is a gaming platform. So, one of the reasons why sobrang ganda niya is because you can create your games in the future here in their platform and then Mobox tokens yung magiging tokens. Here's the leaderboard. Oh, di ba?
Okay.
Ayan, if let's say for example, you get into let's say top 50 man lang, let's say, pero ngayon kasi sobrang mahal na niya eh. I was doing the computations before. When I first got into Mobox, you need around 4 million pesos. For you to be able to get into the leaderboards and actually get into the top 50 or top 30 man lang. So you need to buy yung mga high tier
4 million.
So ano siya, parang pay to win.
Pay to win, na play to earn.
Play to win, na play to earn. So ganun siya, hindi siya yung parang, you just spend and then wala kang makukuhang anything, di ba?
Right,
so,
right.
Well, ayun yung kailangan mo. Right now, with the current prices na sobrang taas na, if you wanna be part of the leaderboard, siguro i-multiply mo yung 4 million na yun times 5. So that's how much you're gonna be spending if you wanna be part of these leaderboards. So, ayan. Pero kita nyo naman guys, like, sobrang laki ng reward na yan. That's 9 million at current prices. If ever, di ba? So, saan ka makakita ng game na you can earn 9 million in every 7 days? Ako, last season ko, I topped 240. Mobox. So I think that was around 80,000 pesos. So yan yung rank
Every
ko last
7
time.
days.
Every 7 days. So ayan, pero syempre yung capital na nilagay natin medyo malaki din. I spent around 1.4 million total na on this game. But ang pinaka ginawa ko talaga nung nagsisimula ako was I just wanted to not play the game but just earn by staking. So yung sa staking mechanism naman, ito siya. Itong hash na to, the more ito yung collection ko. So maraming rules on earning here. Like for example, you get a bonus when you complete a set. You get a bonus if you have, let's say, 5 rares, and then multiples of 5, you get a bonus. You get a bonus if you have multiples of 3 na epics, ganun. And then, ayan, if you level up your momos by consuming other momos, then, ayun, mag-i-increase din yung hash power mo. So, think of it as, di ba kung nagmamine ka ng Bitcoin, di ba, yung proof of work, you have to buy yung mga rigs. You have to buy all this equipment, tas gagasto ka pa ng electricity. Ito, proof of staking lang. Similar concept but wala kang hardware and wala kang babayarang electricity. You just buy the NFTs and then stake them. Automatically, pag binili mo to, automatic stake na siya eh. And then, based on your hash power, that's going to be, ayan, lalabas dito yung computation. Every 100 hash power, you get around 1.23 Mobox a day. So, sobrang sinwerte, you could say, sobrang sinwerte talaga ako. And pasalamat ako dun sa specialists in TR that really tipped off this game. Kasi nung nagsisimula pa lang talaga yung game, ayun, wala talaga akong idea na parang, meron palang ganito. And then, it was perfect for me kasi just stake eh. Like for example here, I have already earned 65 from my last claim. I can just claim that. So, halimbawa, tingnan itong dashboard nandito, right? So, wala dito yung, wala akong Mobox na hawak dyan. And then, I could just claim this. And wala akong ginagawa, guys. I'm not doing anything. Magka-claim lang ako. Parang kumbaga nangongolekta ng renta. Parang ganun na nangyari. So, wait natin. And then, syempre, there are other ways to earn. Like, for example, price appreciation ng NFT. Right now, yung price ng rares is 4,650. Yung pinakamahal na binili ko is below 1,000. Wala akong binili na beyond 1,000. So, now it's already 4,000. So, by that alone, just by reselling your momos, ang laki na nakita mo, di ba? Pero ako,
how many momos do you have, boss? Out of curiosity.
I have, wait, I'm just gonna go to my collections. Let's see. My Momo collection. So here in the collection, I have 259 Momos.
259 Momos? And how much is one Momo?
Hindi. Depende kasi kasi this is the rare Momos. So, you have to categorize it eh. Hindi kasi siya parang,
okay.
Oo. So the rare Momos, yan. Teka, may ako dito eh. Meron akong spreadsheet kasi. Teka, I'm not sure. Nakikita niyo ba yung spreadsheet ko?
No, boss.
Okay, good. Okay, sige. So, I have a complete set of 60. So, that means I have 60 rares, I have 60 uniques, I have 60 uncommons, I have 60 commons. So, complete set siya. The rares are now trading at 4,650. The uniques are at 100. This is rated by lowest price. Yung uncommon natin is 87 now. And then yung common ko is, common is 90. I haven't even updated my prices, right? So, if I'm going to be putting computing it, so hindi nyo makikita yung calculator ko and I'd like to keep it that way. If I would resell everything from my 1.4 million investment, it's already worth 14,300,000. So, pwede ko siya ibenta. 14, yeah. So, multi-bagger na ako. But again, I'm not selling because I really like the kumbaga, the staking aspect of it. Parang dun pa lang gusto ko na yung na parang I'm just earning and doing nothing. So, if I would sell everything now, like I'm not looking kasi for the short term. I could sell it for 14 million and then just look for another game. But the trader part that's the trader part in me, but the investor part of me is saying na parang hindi, hawakan mo na lang kasi it's already maganda na yung kuha mo eh.
So it's earning you money.
Yeah, kumbaga it's making you money every day. And at current rate, at the current rate, I'm making, well, ano bang price ng Mobox ngayon? Teka. Mobox is right now at 9.6, right? That's from Gate. So at 9.6 na Mobox, and with the current hash, and with the current hash that I have, which is, this is already divided by 100, so 277.76. And at the Mobox rate, that's right here right now, I'm earning around 163,989 per day.
Per day? Wow.
Per day. So wala akong ginagawa and I'm earning that much. What more if I play? So, ayan, yung play, ito naman yung itsura niya. Like, there's Momo Adventure, meaning kung meron kang 3 rare, you're just gonna guess kung asan yung highest reward pool. So parang it's the game that's going to decide kung asan yun. It's really random.
Mm-hmm.
And pag tumama ka, you're gonna be earning around, I think, 6 or 7 Mobucks. So ilalagay mo lang siya and wala kang gagawin. Again, parang mag-check-in ka lang, ilalagay mo yung 3 momos mo and then you're gonna be earning. Pagka nakuha mo yung lowest, I think maybe 2 or 3. But ito yung nakuha ko from the last. I didn't get it correctly, but I got 3. Kumbaga, parang low tier na earnings. So total of 266 Mobucks na yung na-earn ko. And yeah, just by having 3 momos assigned. And syempre magkaka-bonus ka if you got the right momo na assigned. Kasi random din na momos eh. Parang it's their way of making you buy momos na diversified. Right. Para pagka nakuha mo yung yung nag-match yung momos mo, then you get a bonus dun sa sa magiging reward. So this is every day, meron kang isang chance to guess saan yung pinakamataas na reward and you can get up to 3 to 9 Mobucks. Ayan. And then ayan, so para din siyang Axie in a way, pero again, it's like Axie kasi is balanced di ba? Like if you have your Axies there, you get to parang balance lahat sila same level and then pagalingan na lang, di ba, ng strategy. Here, if yung momo mo is low level, wala kang chance. So, you have to, ako nasa mid-tier ako eh. So, wala. Hindi ko kasi binombahan. And okay lang kasi sabi ko, parang, pero ganito yung gameplay niya. Meron kang mga skills na bibilhin. And then if you win, ayan, there's, sorry, skinip ko na kasi, sorry talaga. Ito yung ginawa ko eh, parang, one way to win is kailangan mo ng gold. Mm-hmm. So in order to earn gold, you need to have momos. And based on the level, yung hash rate ng momos mo, then ito 27,806 a minute. That's how much gold I'm generating. So pwede ka mag-claim. And then ang pinaka-gold kasi talaga for here is yung sa gold rank. Paramihan ng gold eh. Right? By the end of the season, if nag-top ka, then you're gonna be earning. And then itong Momo Poly rank, iba naman to, parang lang to eh, you spin the wheel, pero hindi ko masyadong naiintindihan to, so and very time consuming, so I'm not into this. But luck. So kung hindi man malaki yung anong tawag nito, if konti lang yung momo sa binili mo, it's okay, you can still win, pero by luck ito talagang game na to. And then last is yung plunder. Plunder is similar to gold rank. You just have to make sure na every time you attack, you get 3 stars. So, halimbawa, pag nag-attack tayo, we earn stars. And depending on your star count by the end of the season, you're gonna be earning sa leaderboard. So, ito, naka-perfect tayo. Siyempre kasi low level yung kalaban natin. Pero, no chance pagka tumas yung rank mo, di ba? So, sa gold rank, pinakita natin na we have 20,000 Mobucks, di ba, by the end of the season. By plunder rank, iba din yan. Ito, may 10,000 for the first prize eh. So, isipin mo kung nanalo ka na sa gold, nanalo ka pa sa plunder, that's another 10,000 Mobucks, diba? So, crazy. Ayan. So, yung mga usually pagka, yung mga whales talaga, yung mga nauna dito, ang tiba-tiba na talaga sila. But they did say that they're gonna be, again, Mobucks is a gaming platform. More other GameFi games are gonna be created here in the Mobucks platform. So, hopefully, it's going to be easy on the players na wala masyadong capital. So, if you just wanna play, ganun. And I was in the last AMA session, sabi naman nila, you can rent momos. So if you would rent momo, let's say yung high level momos i-rent mo tapos nanalo ka, pwede kayong mag-split with whoever it is na nirentahan mo. So ayan, parang trustless na scholarship. So normally kasi 'di ba pagka may scholarship, mag-uusap kayo ng manager mo and stuff like that. Diba?
Right.
So this
one,
what they did is trustless na scholarship. But you still have to shell out funds. Yun lang. Tas dapat manalo ka. Make sure na manalo ka kasi kung nagrenta ka na, natalo ka pa, edi wala kang mapapanalunan, 'di ba? Sayang lang yung pera mo.
Gets.
So there's that kind of risk. But that's what they're developing, which is parang okay na rin. Kasi kumbaga wala kang contract. And I think that's a good thing. So ayun, we have already collected, 'di ba, yung Momo.
Yeah. Meron.
Mga 60 something. So
67 I think.
Okay, so refresh lang natin 'to. And then it's supposed to pop up there. Ayan, so meron akong $626.
Parang mapapabili ako ng Momo mamaya.
Pero guys, word of caution, I don't recommend that you buy this. I don't recommend that you buy or invest now. All right?
Taas ang price, no?
Taas na ng price. So sa akin, if you're gonna get into Mobox now, it's already too late. Right? Parang sobrang taas na kung asan siya nanggaling. It was from, dito tayo unang namili, tapos dito din, di ba? And then afterwards, nung nalist siya, I think it was also because of the Binance listing that made this move over here. So, ayan, tatanggalin ko itong show trades. Ayan, so isipin nyo, sobrang laki na ng inakyat niya. If you're gonna be buying now, that's suicide. For me, that's already suicide. Sobrang happy na ako nung nasa 4 na siya eh. Kumbaga, okay na ako, let's say, earning mga 50 a day. Okay na yan. Now, sobrang bonus na nito. And for me, rich people are just getting in and pumping this price. So, to me, if you're gonna get in, you're already too late.
Masasagasaan ka lang na boss.
So, kaya yung parang sinasabi ko, di ba, sa mga tao in TR, you enter as a gamer, you exit as a trader. So, pero syempre, kung nakuha mo at a really good price, edi maging investor ka na lang. Kasi, free money na eh, di ba?
Totoo yun.
Oo.
Wala ka lang talo dun, basically.
Yes.
Wala ka lang talo dun.
So,
ano ba to, boss? Stop loss? May stop loss ba tayo dyan?
Dito? Hindi. Wala na akong stop loss dito kasi everyday, kina-cash out ko eh.
Okay.
So, 'di ba, parang I think in just a few days ROI na ako eh. Parang ilang araw lang ROI na kaagad. Pero again, that's because nakuha ko siya sa mababa. Pero if you're gonna get in now, wala. Sobrang tagal ng ROI mo, especially pag bumagsak 'yan, 'di ba? So that's not something that you want to happen. And normally in anything, whatever game that is, whatever NFT game yung pinasok mo, meron it will move like all the assets out there. May boom and bust talaga yan. And then consolidation, speculation phase. So those are the things that you have to consider talaga. Hindi pwedeng parang you base your earnings just because of what you're seeing now. Right? Hindi
Totoo
yun.
You need to be conservative about everything. Hindi mo pwedeng i-project yung the current price as yung forever. Naku po. That's not the right way to do it.
Yes, exactly. I mean, if ikaw trader, nakikita ko na to, wala na, dapat nagka-cash out ka na or 'di ba? Kasi sobrang taas na eh. Don't let it be like for example yung sa Crypto Blades, 'di ba? Na parang anong nangyari doon? Ang taas nung niya and hindi siya sustainable. So these are the things that you have to consider talaga. Hindi lumalabas yung
Is Crypto Blades dead? Boss, I'm sorry, I'm not I'm not into that game kasi.
I'm not into the game as well. Hindi ko nagustuhan yung aesthetics, but syempre the earning part of it, it's there. If I'm a trader, this is already a good sign of recovery. Pero for me, mas maganda ako mag-consolidate muna and then mag-breakout ulit. But isipin nyo, it's like Crypto Blades. It came from what? $1 to $3? And then biglang lumipad ng mga 100, 90, 100 plus, diba? So parang nakita mo naman yung mga memes na isang hampas lang, may McDo meal ka na. So parang, ayan. So Crypto Blades, one of the games, one of the pioneers ng ganitong klaseng scheme. Although meron namang isa din na game na upcoming. Again, pwede ko ipakita but
caution lang.
High risk na siya if ever papasukin nyo. Right. So there's something similar to this. And it just started. So again, when I got into the game, my thought is like, this is gonna be another Crypto Blades. It's gonna pump and dump. So yun yung nasa isip ko, right? I'm not sure if they can sustain it. Kasi if you're a game developer, you have to think about sustainability. Hindi pwedeng sobrang yaman na lang lahat ng tao in a very short time. It's gonna die at some point. So you have to think about your exit strategy. So ito siya currently. So ito yung mga zones naman. So it's like, again, it's really like Crypto Blades. You just look for monsters to fight, and then depending on sa win rate mo, you're gonna be earning a certain level of parang kumbaga yung in-game tokens nila. So yung in-game token niya is Zune. So right now ang ginawa nila, so right now ang ginawa nila parang for just to be very transparent, yung pasok namin dito is dito. Sorry, dito pala. Medyo malayo na, sorry. Ayan. So it just got listed recently sa Gate. So ayan. At first kasi ang ginawa ko, trinade ko lang to nung nag-ICO or yung nag-IDO siya. And then afterwards binenta ko na. And then I just traded it. And then later on, sabi ko, ano ba tong game na to? And then I looked into it and it looks like Crypto Blades. So it's like, sige, pasukin natin to. And then I think I put in around mga 375,000. Sabi ko, okay naman to. Kung mag-zero to, wala, okay lang. Cut loss money. So what we did was we bought yung mga high-tier Zunes. I am not the kind of person na nag-hatch ako ng egg tapos wish that I get the high rarity na mga Zunes. And if you play kasi yung mga ganitong klaseng games, it's better if you get yung mga pinakamatataas na level na mga items or mga Zunes because mas mabilis yung ROI nun. Yes, mahal siya, pero mas mabilis yung ROI.
So you're not a fan of gacha?
No, I'm not a fan of gacha.
I'm a fan of gachas.
So, ayun, parang sa akin talaga, okay lang sa akin mag-gacha pag sobrang bagsak ng presyo. Like, walang problema, di ba? Pero pagka sobrang taas na yan, hindi talaga ako fan But I'm the type of trader na gusto kong may certain level of certainty na, elements that I can control. And one thing is just buying in the marketplace. Ang sama kasi ng pakiramdam pagka, let's say, nag-invest ka ng, let's say, 100,000, tapos ang nakuha mong worth is only 20,000 dun sa gacha, di ba? Parang, oh my gosh, how long am I going to be, how long am I going to be grinding just to get this back? So, again, this is not like Axie, wala ka nang iniisip. You don't have to think. That's what.
It's a brainless game. If I put in the money, it's working for you.
It's a brainless game.
Okay.
Yeah. So, di ba? So, ganun lang. Parang hampas ka lang, pili ka ng kung ano mang ditong warrior na to. Sa akin, 2 and 3, hanggang dito lang ako. I never go for the high ones because even if maganda yung reward niya, ang liit ng probabilities that you're gonna win. So, it's either I go to 1, 2, or 3. But normally, it's just, pagka nagsisimula ka, mas better pagka nag-level up ka, which is go for level 1 and level 2. Once you level up your monsters or your zones, then you can go to level 2 and level 3. And ang laki ng earnings mo. May ginawa akong dito Excel sheet. So ito, baka makikita nyo naman. So kita nyo naman yung Excel, di ba? Kita nyo ba?
$6,800 per day?
No. Yung estimated per day right now with the current rate. So I'm gonna have it at current rate. So Zune is trading at around 50.05, right?
Yeah.
So 0.05, it's not 0.04. Nagbenta na kasi mga tao So 0.05, we're going to be earning 1,000 USD a day with 10,000 USD capital. So ang ginawa ko kasi nag-add pa kami. So itong 10,000 na to, itong bago lang kasi na nag-add kami mga 3,000 USD. So around $150. 1,500 or 100 ilan ba yun? 150,000 pesos. So, kakabili lang namin and that 150,000 is coming from the earnings that we have currently just by, clicking buttons. That's it. So, kung maglalaro ka nito, kailangan mo ng BNB kasi yun yung panggas mo. What they did, which is very smart, they added a feature wherein you get to if you claim your rewards, only 30% lang yung ma-receive mo and you can't claim the rest of the rewards. So right now, I have around 103,000 Zunes na unclaimed. So unfortunately, hindi makiklaim yung lahat. So very smart yung devs. What they did was really create features wherein mapapagasto ka talaga sa game and masisilaw ka sa rewards. Kasi ang laki talaga ng rewards niya. Right now, if we're gonna cash out everything, yung pinaka-value ng assets namin is already at 21,000.
Like
21
times
or
2.
a million na. Times 2 na. So kung hindi namin kinash out to, okay lang. Wala, sobrang na kami. But if we're just gonna resell all our zones, yung zones namin. Currently kasi yung reward namin is ito na. Around 8,000.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
And that's playing for 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks already.
Wow.
So yan,
In 1 month times 2, no? It's like DYM.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, I'm showing you this kasi yung thought process ko, pinapakita ko lang. Again, hindi ko siya i-recommend because I still believe this is a pump and dump until this game proves to me otherwise. So
it's like it's CB. It's basically CB all over again.
Yeah, it's CB all over again for me. So unless they are able to make it sustainable, which I think, like for me, this is not a game na parang mag-isip ka. So like you just click and then hope you win.
Okay,
that's
alright.
it. That's the game for now. So and then you can resell it. Ganun. It's not like, for example, Axie, diba? You really need to think about things. May PvP aspect. Although they're gonna be rolling out other features like yung staking mechanism and all that stuff. But we'll see. Hindi natin alam. I don't want to judge as well. So but right now, yung pinaka bias ko is it's a pump and dump game. But in the future, siguro ko if they, dish out more developments and it's not gonna be a pump and dump anymore, then fine, di ba? Hindi naman tayo yung parang I will stick to my mindset na pump and dump siya, ganun.
Right.
So sa akin, ganun ako pumasok ng game. I need to to see kung ano yung mga developments, ano yung roadmap and the tokenomics itself. And then decide for myself kung ano ba talaga siya and ano ba yung magiging strategy ko. Am I gonna be earning this for the short term? Is it going to be long term? Sa akin, the reason why I'm holding Mobox is because nagustuhan ko yung fundamentals niya. Nagustuhan ko yung white paper, di ba? Like how is this gonna go for the long term? Versus this one na parang medyo malabo pa. So unless those certain things are cleared up, then talaga, I will play the game or trade the game with caution. So if you're listening right now, yun talaga pinaka-important, magbasa ka, right? Don't just message anyone and say, ano bang magandang NFT game? Kasi baka mamaya kung pump and dump game lang siya. Kasi ang daming ganyang projects eh. Like, I think may lalabas na Pokemon, di ba? Na parang fan art.
That one I'm not sure.
Yeah, so may lalabas na ganun. Like, there are all these hype games and you have to understand na parang if gagawin to ng, let's say, fan-made siya, di baka pwede kang kasuhan ng Pokemon na franchise, di ba?
Copyright,
so,
yeah.
Oo, copyright infringement. So, these are the things that you have to think about. Hindi pwedeng, you're just gonna think about, I'm gonna earn this much, and you do the computations, and then forever na ganyan. Hindi. Dapat isipin mo kung paano ka umexit muna, and then let your profits ride. Kaya sinasabi ko, di ba, na in any game, treat it na just like another trade. Don't be attached to it unless sobrang ganda talaga ng fundamentals niya.
Due diligence pa rin.
Due diligence. And normally kasi ang Pinoy, they always fall for kasi ayaw mag-research eh. If you want to have an edge.
Sa pera.
Yeah. Yun yung pinaka-problema ng Pinoys kasi. So, if you're watching right now, like, no offense naman, di ba? Like, better
doon tayo sa totoo.
Doon tayo sa totoo. That's, parang kumbaga statistics na yan, dami na sa scam na Pinoy. Bakit? Hindi nagbabasa.
Yes.
Hindi nagtatanong. At hindi nagre-research. So, if you want to have an edge, again, number 1 is research. Number 2, matuto ka mag-trade.
That one I agree. Boss, share ko lang sa'yo, Boss Z. And I think I need to thank TR for this. Yung sa Axie na yan, just a quick lang. Dahil marunong ako mag-trade, I am buying SLP and AXS prices pag mababa sila. All in all, in 1 month, I think we were able to save around 700,000 pesos just because of those trades. Imagine that amount of savings. Kasi remember, we're having 11 breeding farms. If hindi ako marunong mag-trade ng SLP AXS, di ko alam kailan ako bibitaw, kailan ako bibili. Baka yung 700,000 ay sayang yun. Imagine nyo, 700,000 pesos ang na-save mo. In terms, if you were going to convert it, of course, it's in AXS and SLP. But if you're going to convert it in PHP, 700K of savings just because I know how to trade. So I guess this is a perfect opportunity for us. If you're listening to us and you're interested in trading, we have all these sorts of like programs for you. Trading for rookies. We have TI, but TI I believe wala na yata for the year. Tama ba, Buzzy?
Correct.
No more?
The next TI is gonna be on January next year na ulit.
Okay, technical intensive is on January na next year, so wala na yun. But you can still do Blueprint. You can do Blueprint, join Trading Republic. Pwede pa rin ba yun, boss? Kasi I've been like a miss na sa TR for quite some time. I've been very busy. Pwede pa rin yun.
Actually, if you want to get into our community, kasi there's 2 communities, the free and the paid. So the free, syempre, we put in yung free content, how to help people to get started. But I seriously think na parang mas better pa rin talaga if you pay the premium. Kasi, kumbaga, I'm being blunt here, if you're gonna just look for crumbs is what you're gonna get, diba? You're asking for crumbs eh. So if you want, in any field, information is power eh. And how you're able to harness that information to your advantage. So if wala kang alam, ganyan, and then papasok ka dyan, lahat ng risk na nasa iyo eh. So I'm saying this na parang wala akong alam sa NFT, and then I am just leveraging what our specialists in TR have been saying. Kumbaga yung research analyst natin dun, ang galing eh. Diba? So parang based on her research, on their research dun sa team, dun ako nagbe-base na parang, sige, papasukin ko to. Kasi andun na eh. It's yours for the taking. That's the opportunity that's right in front of you. Right?
That's right.
And then, syempre, since mature naman tayo dun sa community within TR, then parang up to you na lang talaga paano mo i-handle yung risks. So, to me, ganun eh. Mag-invest ka sa sarili mo, invest into the right group as well. Don't just go to free groups and then, diba? Like, free groups comes free scammers and kung ano pa. So, it's better talaga na mag-invest ka para mas malaki yung magiging earning potential mo.
Education with an ROI. Tama ba ka, boss? Correct. Education with an ROI. Yeah. So yeah, ayun guys. We have all these programs. Ano lang yan, segue lang yan. Now, before we move on to a close, no? Kasi ikaw ba, Boss Van? Ito si Boss Van na hagilap niya si Axie at 5,000 pesos eh. So I'm sure may mga connections to or he's within a certain group kaya na sisilawan na yun. Do you have any other NFTs na you're looking at right now that you would want to share?
Siguro yung isa lang is tinitingnan ko is yung Plant vs. Undead. Pero
Plant vs. Zombies. Alam ko yun.
Pero hindi ko pa siya i-start kasi yung brother ko kasi naglalaro siya. Pero hindi pa ako sobrang na-entice dun sa game kasi hindi pa siya complete din. So, although pwede naman yan for talagang early adopters ka or you believe in the game. Pero sa akin kasi parang more of a gamer side talaga ako. Kaya gusto ko yung mga PvP agad.
Yung mga may strategy.
Yung panatan agad yan. Kasi parang kapag nauuna ako, parang ang ginagawa lang ata nila ngayon is parang dilig-dilig lang. So, ganun yung kind of gameplay sa ngayon. Kaya parang sabi ko, okay, if ever gagawin ko yan, baka parang magpapascholar na lang ako. Iba yung papagawin ko ng ganyan. Ako yung maglalabas ng pera. Then, hati tayo. Ganun na lang gagawin ko. Kasi,
I see.
Parang, yun pa lang so far. Then, actually, kaya rin kampante ako, na-mention din ni Boss Z kanina about sa PR. Kasi, we have our own NFT Mavericks or NFT team na, di ba, nagre-research sila and all. And ako, actually yun, nag-invest din ako with the right group na sabi ko, okay, if wala akong time na magbasa lahat ng white paper ng lahat ng lalabas na NFT game, edi pahak mo na lang dun sa marunong, diba? Dun ka na lang pumunta dun sa right set of people. Kaya, yun din, thankful talaga ako sa TR kasi nga, meron tayong ganyang klase ng team na parang they're doing the research and everything. So yun, kasi sa akin, I don't have also the time na play all NFT games every day.
Di mo kailangan pasukin lahat. Oo, di mo kailangan pasukin lahat, guys. Yun lang yun. Si Boss Z, he shared some really good Mobox, grabe yun. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be buying later. But sabi nga niya, now is not a good time to buy or to get in because it's too high. Ito si Boss Van is also sharing about Plants versus the Undead na he's like looking into and whatnot. So, ang dami talaga opportunities out there. You don't have to necessarily enter each and every one of them. Just like any trade. Being a trader, you don't have to trade every single stock na sumipa doon. You just need to enter one. Right? You just
Puruhan
need to
mo lang.
Yeah. Puruhan mo lang. Isa lang.
Puruhan mo lang.
Yeah. Okay. So, sige. Before we go to our raffle, kasi kanina pa ako inukulit. Nakikita kayo mga nasa likod natin. Nagchat Oy, Tim, yung raffle. Okay, guys. May raffle tayo, yes. Before we go to our raffle, I want to share something for both Boss C and for Boss Van kasi they're strategy enthusiasts. And to the other guys here, kasi nakikita nyo kaninang games, they're mostly like clicking, mindless kinds of games. But hey, pera is pera, come on, diba? I'm going to show you guys this new game I got into with my friends. Actually, hindi pa siya tapos. It's like, kung may alpha ang alpha, this is like the alpha of the alpha. Parang super alpha phase pa lang siya. Okay? I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Let me just share my screen. Where is that screen? Ayan. Ay, sorry. Nasa Axis pa to. Hindi Axis, guys. Ito. Okay na. Ito. It's called Voxies. Okay. So, what are Voxies, guys? Basically, this game is very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. If you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy Tactics, are you familiar, Bossy? Kasi
yeah, I love Final Fantasy Tactics.
This game is basically Final Fantasy Tactics, but NFT. Okay, so just to give everyone a bit of an idea, and remember, this is not financial advice, okay? The game in itself, meron lang siyang 10,000 voxies na create. So, isang ito nakikita niyo na to. This is like a voxie. So, check lang natin. So, ano pa tong voxies na to? Voxies are like yung character mo dun sa Final Fantasy Tactics. So, meron silang class, like a ranger, a time mage, a monster, a knight, and whatnot. And each of them, meron silang mga stats and meron silang mga items. And ito, Bossy, sinasabi ko kanina, I'm a fan of gacha games. So, etong 10,000 na voxies na to, these are randomized. Hindi ka pipili. Basically, bibili ka ng voxie na, think of it as an egg, tapos mag-hatch. Pag nag-hatch, kung ano lumabas sa'yo, yun na yung makukuha mo. Wala kang control doon. Okay? So, the whole premise of the game, or rather, the whole premise of itong voxies na muna, is that 10,000 lang sila. So, think of them as like Mystic Axis, limited. Wala nang gagawin na voxies at all. And all 10,000 have been sold. So, just to give everyone a bit of an idea, I bought all of these at 0.32 Ethereum each. 0.32 when Ethereum was at 2,400 USD. Ang floor price right now of one voxie is at 0.94 Ethereum at the current rate of 3,200. Okay, 0.94. So it's like times 3 your money. And these are floors. So I have like specialized ones. For example, ito. This is a common voxie. But ito yung very first voxie that I own. And talungkot ako when I got this because I was like, what the hell? My friends are getting rares and I'm getting a common. But apparently this common is special because it has a crown. And this crown is like 0.32% lang of the 10,000 voxies ang meron. This crown in itself, ang floor rate nito is 5 Ethereum. Okay? And itong class pa niya is like a time mage. A time mage is one of the parang epic classes, meaning they are the top tier classes. Ang floor price of a time mage is 1.4 Ethereum. So this in itself is like 5 to 7 Ethereum just for this one. And I paid for 0.32 lang. But that's just parang binibigyan mo lang ng presyo yung voxies mo right now. Yes. Wala pa yung actual game. So, ano ba yung actual game niya? The actual game is basically just it's like, yun nga, Final Fantasy Tactics lang talaga na game. As to ano yung ma-earn mo sa loob ng games and everything. Ito may trailer siya but I'm not going to show this kasi medyo matagal. It's like, basta kung paano yung FF Tactics, ganun din siya. As to ano yung ma-earn mo sa game, you get to get NFT items from the game and you get to get itong tokens na tinatawag nila na voxel tokens. I believe they're already in the works with yung large exchanges in terms of like getting them in. But right now, ang benefit mo from being an early adopter is ina-airdrop ka nila ng tokens every week for like 8 weeks, I believe. So, ayan siya. Ito yung ano niya, parang you can use the token set to buy in-game items and whatnot. So, may advantage ka kaagad. I'm just not entirely sure kasi hindi pa tapos talaga yung plano nila for this kung paano yung, if pwede mo ba iparent yung voxies mo or kung pwede mo bang, ano bang magagawa mo dito sa tokens other than, just buying items. Wala pa silang ganon. But, the reason as to why I trust this game so much is because yung devs nila are very much visible. And their devs are actually veterans in the industry. For example, the CEO, part siya ng team ng Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, The Division 2. These are all like good title games. Hindi to basta-bastang game. So, these aren't like people na basta lang, alam mo, out of nowhere, biglang gumawa ng NFT game and you just click. No, these are like people well-versed and well-known in the gaming industry themselves. Kaya ako, I was like, saan ko ba ita-diversify yung pera ng AS Group? I mean, from Axis and whatnot. And sakto, yun nga, my best friend is a content creator and he's like within this guild. So, napag-usapan tong Voxy, sakto pumasok na kami doon. And ayun, ito yung lumalabas ngayon. But as to paano yung games niya and whatnot, hindi pa talaga namin alam. Ang beta test nito would be coming out, I believe, mid to late September. So, of course, yung mga tao sa TR, if you're in TR, makukwentuhan ko kayo kung ano mangyayari dito. But if you're not in TR, it is probably a good time for you to enter and whatnot. But ayun nga, Boss Z and Boss Van, if you're looking for like strategy games na gusto niyo nung medyo chill lang and you're into Final Fantasy Tactics, this game you can watch naman the videos on your free time. Ayun, it's basically that in itself. And don't worry if like all the 10,000 Voxies have been minted, kasi you can buy them naman on the second-hand market, itong OpenSea. But the problem is, of course, mas mahal na sila. Mahal na sila. Ayun, puro mga bot bids na lang sila ngayon, no? Ito, 0.95, 0.94. Ito na yung floor price na ngayon. Floor na yan ngayon. So, of course, again, this is not financial advice, but if you guys would want to, explore something, this is worth looking into, in my opinion. The devs are good. The community, by the way, the community here is astounding. If pumunta kayo dun sa official Voxy na Discord channel, everyone is so friendly. It's like how Axie Infinity was before. Right now, you go to the Axie Infinity Discord, everyone was like, down ba ang server? Why is SLP crashing? This and that, I'm hacked, blah, 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 blah. But this community, everyone's like, people are asking, oh, how was your vacation? How's the weekend? Oh, and you get to interact with the devs. You get to interact with the CEO. You get to interact with the CFO. It's like, they treat everyone like parang it's a tight-knit group. It's not like you're just another one of our players. So, ipadaan man sa support. No, they're going to interact with you and magugulat ka. May kinakausap kang iba, bigla may magko-comment na dev sa'yo, na tinatag ka, nakikiride din siya dun sa mga pinag-uusapan nyo. So, the community is good. The devs, ayan nga, it's disclosed. And mukhang meron naman talaga silang direction for this game. So, kampante ako, I inputted, I believe, around 0.32 times 6 ngayon. So, around 2 Ethereum, more or less. Back when it was 2.4. So, right now, it's more or less times 3, times 4, times 5 the price. And the game hasn't even started. It hasn't even been listed. So, ayan, sinasabi ni Bossy, never heard. Hindi pa siya sikat. Ito na yun. Ako pala yung nag-hype. But yeah, I'm just happy to share this. But sige, ayun lang. Yun lang yung share ko. Wala pa naman akong gameplay na maano dito kasi wala pa naman siya. So I guess this is a good way for us to end. Boss Z, do you have any parting words for before we move on to the raffle? Kasi mangungulit na naman itong mga to. Before we move on to the raffle, do you have any parting words for people who would want to get into NFT games right now?
Right. So always think about 3 things. Number 1 is kung asang phase na siya currently and if you are going to be playing the game. So asang phase and if you're gonna be playing the game. And syempre, white paper. So if you're already late, then mag-isip-isip ka. If this is, like for example, Axie, right? Medyo late na siya. Think for yourself, is this a game that I would play even if I don't earn? Kasi those are the things that you have to consider. Parang nag-enjoy ka ba na laruin siya or are you just here to earn? If you're
just clicking,
just here to earn. Yeah. If you're here to earn, then probably that game is not for you for the long term, especially, di ba? I mean, ako kasi yung mindset ko is I play games and I spend a lot on games and I don't earn anything. Right now, play to earn is revolutionizing gaming. So that's one thing that you have to consider. Is this a game that even if you don't earn anything, are you still gonna play it? So if yes, then dun pa lang okay ka na dapat, di ba? Kasi we spend anyway with games. So why not earn, di ba? So yeah, with that, again, kung i-trade mo man lang siya, always think about yung pinaka-rule natin or yung kumbaga, motto natin. Enter as a gamer, exit as a trader. If you're here for the business aspect of the game. Always think about that. And then do your research. Hindi pwedeng just think, parang mag-message ka randomly or, comment kayo dito na parang, is this a good game? Is this a good NFT? Ano bang tinitingnan nyo? Then probably you shouldn't be in NFT games in the first place kapag nagtatanong kayo ng mga ganong klaseng questions. So that's it.
Thank you so much for that, Bossy. Boss Van, how about you, Boss Van? Any tip? I know you're like, playing competitively, but any tip for people wanting to get into NFT games and play competitively as well?
Siguro parang if as a trader's perspective din, parang sabihin nyo lang para rin siyang trade. So una alamin mo muna yung objective mo for the trade or objective mo when going into any investment kahit hindi NFT yan. Parang if game naman siya, ang unang tanungin mo is are you in the game for just the money, ganyan. Kasi pwede naman ganun yung objective mo na okay lang sa'yo pindot-pindot, ganyan lang, tapos i-earn ka. Okay, nasa-satisfy objective mo, good. Pero if ang objective mo naman din is yung gusto mo talaga yung laro, na-enjoy mo nga siya, then you're in it for a longer time. Pero yun depende talaga siya dun sa type ng tao, yung sa risk appetite mo, and hindi mo kailangan tanungin yung ibang tao. Kung sino dapat tanungin mo is yourself about papasukin mo ba to, ano ba yung objective mo, and ano ba yung goal mo about this NFT game. Kasi if like Axie, hindi mo siya na-enjoy, then gusto mo kumita, pwede ka magpa-scholar, ganun. Maraming paraan And yun na-mention din ni Boss na this NFT games is like a revolution rin for me. Feeling ko yung ibang centralized game or yung mga usual games natin is parang kinakabahan na sila kasi parang nare-revolutionize yung gaming industry kasi everyone is shifting na into decentralized gaming where everyone is empowered and can earn on their own. So, yun. Hopefully lang din masustain yung ganitong klase ng culture with the games. Ayan, yun lang sa akin.
Okay. Thank you so much, Boss Van. So, sige, just coming in as a player and as a, as a manager, as a business owner sa Axie din, let me just share. If you're entering NFT games, I always check certain things, certain variables, which I do believe is very important. Number one, and this is very important, anonymity ng developers. A lot of NFT games, gusto nila, they go by aliases, they go under anonymous names and whatnot. For me, automatic sa akin, red flag yon. Kahit gaano pa kaganda yung game mo, if the developers themselves are like hidden, there's always a high chance for a rug pull. As compared to, a game wherein the developers are out there, yung mukha nila nakapaskil. If it fails, may sila dun it's on them. Alam niyo yun, reputation nila is at stake. May nakataya sa kanila. So very important sa akin that the developers are visible for everyone to see. The next, of course, would be white paper. Any game, kahit gano'n pa kaganda yan, if the whole concept of the game is flawed, if the white paper is just bad, or walang white paper at all, naku po, red flag yon. Why would I enter such a game? Right? It doesn't make sense for me. So developers, white paper. Lastly, I'm the type of person na everything I do, or at least I try to, na everything I do, it's something na I would find comfort and joy in doing. Alam mo yun? It's not as simple as some people enjoy clicking and earning money. To me, that's a very robotic kind of a way to live. And it's definitely not for me. I'm the type of person na if I want to get into something, whether I'll be an investor or I'll be the player, of course, I would get to enjoy the game itself, or may chance for me to play it and have fun. And that's the reason why ang mga pinapasok Axie Infinity. This one. Recently, there's this game, it's an Axie bootleg called Monster Infinite na a certain group of friends of mine are like putting their money in. Although medyo alam na nila na it's like gonna be a pump and dump, but they're like risking some free money into it. I'm not saying it's gonna be a pump and dump, but Jesus Christ, if you get to look at the white paper, I don't want to bash, if you get to look at the white paper, if you get to look at the gameplay, it's definitely Axie Infinity na iniba lang yung itsura, iniba lang ng konti yung positioning. Oh my God. So, I'm not a huge fan of yung mga copycats. I mean, yeah, sure, you can copy it, but ako, personally, I'm out. If I see something na a copycat, alis ako doon. And the fact that they put into their white paper na ang goal nila is to become a cheaper Axie Infinity, oh my God, that's like a red flag. You're basically telling the world, I'm just the cheaper version of a certain thing. And a cheaper version of something is never a good thing for me. I mean, yeah, sure, cheap is okay, but a cheap na alam mong kinopya lang niya, it's like you buying a fake Louis Vuitton bag or what not. Alam mo yun, it's not for me. Some people, they find joy in doing that. go ahead, but it's not for me. So yun lang talaga mga tinitignan ko. Developers, white paper, very important. Well, the community would also be nice. If you get to look inside the community of the game that they develop, if okay sila, ito, like itong Voxies, goods ako doon. Kasi I like to interact with, fellow investors or, developers themselves. Masaya yun eh. But yeah, yun lang yung tip from my end. I believe Boss Z and Boss Van, they both gave a tremendous amount of insight. So thank you so much, guys. Now, I do believe it's time to end this. And we need to show yung sino yung nanalo sa raffle. So, girls, Jella and Mariel, ano na po ang gagawin natin, mga madam? Ayan. Ayan na, may spin to win tayo, guys. May spin to win. Sige. Let's see sino ang mananalo. Just a bit of a clarification. This is for the two DeFi winners, tama ba?
Yeah, this is for the whole community na merong DeFi.
Okay. Oh, si Madam Ted Santos, congratulations po dun sa 1,000 peso worth na DeFi mo. 1,000 pesos, right? Di 1,000 pesos.
Yes. Hindi. Medyo man yung 1,000 DeFi eh. Mga 1,3 na siya. So,
sige. Alright. 1,000 pesos. Okay. Sino yung next one? Alright. Natutuwa ka dito. It's... Ay,
Si Mariel.
Ay, oo. James! Si Mariel. Boss James Alonzo, congratulations. I just want to ask lang, Ren, from dun sa back natin. Sorry, Mariel. Madam, yun dun sa TR, in sa Trading Republic, do we announce it here? Or, yan, sige, okay, let's go.
Yeah, ito na. So this is for the yeah.
Sige.
Let's go. Ito, limang winners to eh, na tigwa 1,000.
Right. I love you, Mariel. Nagreklamo. Ayan, okay. Let's see. Kung sino man tong 7832 na to, congratulations to you.
Palang na lang sa Excel sheet.
Oo, pa-PM sense na lang sa amin kung sino ka man. Ano to? Akala ko nag-spin na naman.
Oo. So ayan yung at least parang just for a context, parang syempre for people who are supporting TR and the whole community, then we give people rewards. So ito yung exclusive giveaways natin. So right now, syempre open to the public, but we have our own exclusive rewards. So normally kasi diba nakakita kayo ng mga scammers na nagpo-post giveaway ng BTC or ETH. We don't do that here, but we give away DFI. So kayo yung maglalagay ng kayo yung magdadrop ng wallet nyo, hindi yung parang sila yung magdadrop ng wallet tapos inuunahan na natin yung scammers.
But sa nakikita nyo, guys, this is how beautiful our community is. I've been a part of this group for since October of last year. And until now, I'm still part of them. Even if I'm a bit I'm busy kasi second degree and everything. Tapos may mga other personal stuff at the back. So, kasi hindi ako active. But the community has helped me tremendously. Hosting, trading, and everything. So, it's really a good community to be in. So nakikita nyo, we're not just about trading. We're just not about stocks or technical analysis. We're a community of friends. I've met a lot of friends here, good friends, like friends in real life. And ito nga, so nakikita nyo, pati NFT, pinapasok namin as a group. Several insights, several experts. Meron din kami mga crypto experts within the group as well. So if you're looking for that kind of a community, that kind of a set of people, then perhaps it's about time that you get to join us at Trading Republic. But yeah, congratulations to all of our winners. Would that mark the fifth one? Yeah. I guess that would mark the fifth one.
So expect your DFI tokens to be airdropped by the end of the month. Isahan ko na lang kasi in-airdrop eh. Para makasave ako ng fees.
There you go. Boss, baka may maligaw sana sa wallet ko. Pwede rin?
Well, depende. Kung nakapag-register ka, okay, go.
No, charot lang. But thank you so much, Boss Z, for taking the time. I know you are busy. And Boss Van, I know you both are busy. So thank you so much for spending the time, sharing your insights. Thank you guys for watching us, to the 400 plus viewers earlier. Thank you so much for, lending us your time. But that's it. Have a good evening, guys. Hope nakatulong kami sa inyo. So take care. Bye-bye. Happy weekend.
Thank you, everyone.